Yeah, there you
Oh, hello, everybody.
there you
Yo,
go.
they,
What up, bitches? It's your
if they want,
boy.
Listen,
you,
I'm a little cozy right now, so I was snoozing a bit. All right.
if they
I was
if they if they want to go ahead and copyright strike me, they can come over here and fist fight me like an actual adult.
I was say Jeff Bezos, but like I
I'll
don't
fuck.
think just
I think I could
Yeah,
take
right.
all. I think I could take all of yes in a fist fight.
there.
Shit.
There, that is
Yeah.
true. That is true.
How many members of the OG band are still alive anyway?
I couldn't tell you how many members were in Yes to begin with, let alone how many are still alive.
The Google machine.
I'm gonna say two. Okay.
The
Jesus.
JoJo's connection runs very
Jesus.
deep.
I
Yeah.
Jesus.
a lot. A long time ago, when we played Cards Against Humanity, when I had to make a custom card, I made one that said "Getting hilariously gangbanged by the brass section of Chicago," and I think it's probably one of the proudest cards I've ever made in my life.
God, nothing. Every time I hear Chicago, both the city and the band, I just think of that fucking one teen trying to own her grandfather at a Dunkin' Donuts on TikTok.
Oh, that
Because
yeah.
yeah, when I was like, oh, fucking those kids, man. Fuck them kids. We're live now.
Yes, we've been live.
Good, yeah.
We are.
Okay, so welcome to the final. It's the final closing bell of the year. Ooh, end
It is.
times.
Oh my God, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. We're 4 fucking days into December. I hate this.
Oh my God. What is what is time? What is time? Jesus Christ.
Oh, time is. All right, let's be real. Let's be real. Time no longer exists. Like COVID killed time. It killed a lot of things, but mostly time. Like
Yeah.
we were living through March 2020 for like a year and a half. So like,
This is a 100% like this is like March 2020 day number 400.
right.
That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. Also, Zypher's wrong. The best cards humanity card is Pac-Man uncontrollably guzzling cum. Do not at me.
Oh
I
God,
mean,
yeah,
Oh
no,
my
that
god.
I,
one,
I'm talking.
that one, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I was only talking about a custom card.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think that's I don't think what I made is the most
yeah.
hilarious card in Cards
No,
Against Humanity. That'd
someone in
be
chat
pretty
chat was like Lara
pretentious.
Croft's no Polygon titties. Also, the best custom art card I've seen was Jaina Pridemore of her dumb fat dies crushing my stupid face. That was from no, that was from, believe it or not I own it, but it's not. I didn't make it. It was from Heroes of the Line, which is like a BlizzCon fan group,
Oh
and
wow.
they made their own custom like Cards of Humanity set. London was just like hoping no one sees me jerking off to the 8 gigabits of diva porn I have on my
Yeah.
phone.
Oh my God.
There,
Yeah,
there
some
was
choice ones.
there was like a few custom cards that were made from some IT company that were all IT related, and none of them were funny. And that's why I don't think that IT people should ever be allowed to socialize with anyone
That's
ever
fair.
like
That's
me.
fair.
Honestly, I should probably just be locked in my room at all times.
Oh no.
So y'all have a good week. Y'all doing any fun? Sure.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we got. Two people. Two
Yeah,
people
No,
deciding. Yeah.
that's
I
it.
I was
Yeah.
I was dying in my room. That was fun.
Oh
It's like
God.
yeah.
No, that was last week. This week I was just vibing. I was vibing out here in the lair, getting some streams done.
I like yeah. So the wife this weekend. I get it.
The
Mhm.
whites are at it again, y'all. You
It's
heard it here,
we never
folks.
we've never stopped.
Okay.
Historically, historically, we have
I was
always
about
done.
to say,
Been at it.
check the history books. The whites have definitely never stopped anything ever.
Like
It's
Okay,
true.
there we go.
I thought
You
I was
know who's back on his bullshit? Kanye.
Speaking of,
Oh my God, we're
God.
starting off with this,
No,
really.
no.
All right.
We're
Uh,
coming in hot. I'm coming in hot. I cannot give. I
don't-
cannot give this nigga a break anymore. I can't say
anymore.
still-
You didn't have.
What did we
every
give him a break
time
to
I'm
begin
like,
with?
I look at something dumb from this motherfucker, and I'm like, he made college dropout. He made late registration. Now I can't take this shit anymore. Kanye, you stupid motherfucker!
And at
Just
this-
shut the fuck up.
And as Christy said, at this rate, he's going to make his new album called My Struggle.
Yeah, no, that.
Oh
yeah, yeah.
god.
Kanye
Yeah,
has
checks,
regressed so
unfortunately.
much that he's no longer like college dropout or grad. It's back to like fucking 5th grade.
Oh my lord.
Fucking yeah, no. I think the best Kanye discourse we had was when he fucking what was it Infowars where he was dressed as
Oh my
Chef
God,
described
yep.
him
Oh,
Wish
yeah.
Bane, but you order from Wish
Bane, yeah,
or
Bane ordered from
Oh,
Wish,
yeah.
exactly.
yeah or Banye.
Let's see if I can find that.
Banye.
We like one was Bane with an I,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Bane with the YNE.
I mean, I just
Yeah.
All
I
it
just-
is just
Kanye.
pain to me. That's
I-
all I see is fucking pain.
I just call him Klanye, and I just
Also
go
good.
on with my life.
Yeah, that
Very
one,
good. It's
that
very
one,
good,
that one
yeah.
got me like I didn't see that
That one-
coming, and then that fucking
yeah,
just made
no, that
me
one-
get a little chuckle.
That's the
in
one where I see that I laugh like that's good work, right? That's good right, and I nod myself when I get back in my business. My business usually either pooping or playing Marvel Snap.
I'm seeing
I
if I
thought you
can
didn't say
at the
pull
same
up the
time,
image
because
here.
I saw you with that Victory Royale earlier.
Oh
I saw you.
God, do I talk about Fortnite now or do I save it for later?
Always gotta get Fortnite now.
Later,
so-
Yeah, go for it.
we
go
could
for
go
it.
anime
Christy's
later
Fortnite
on
corner.
tonight.
Let's go.
Yeah, okay. I Fortnite. I don't know. Yeah, new season started today. Jerry Witcher Man is now in it.
My God.
The Doom guy's in it. The Hulk's gonna show up. My Hero Academia is gonna show up. This is not lies. These are all true things.
Jesus
Uh,
Christ.
Yeah, no, fucking Epic's like, yo, what if we do upgrade the graphics? It's great. It's great. Fucking, I'm no longer like cringe about Fortnite. I just accepted it. Once you hit over 700 hours in a game, you have to realize it's a part of your life.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, I have over 900 hours in Monster Hunter Rise. I mean, come on.
So it's only 700 hours tracked. I don't know what my total is yet. I still have to get the 2022 stats from Sony. It was 500 alone on the Switch, not counting PC and PS4 and 5. So
Well, I'm glad you have a shooter that's actually fun and enjoyable to play. Because it's hell over at fucking Overwatch / Apex Corner.
I was
Like,
about to say, how is the dumber babier game of Overwatch 2 been treating you, Ray?
everyone likes to go ahead and say that like I play this game too much. I want to just go ahead and let everyone know that the season ends in 2 days, and I
Yeah.
still have not maxed out my fucking
Oh, my
battle
lord.
pass.
oh,
Like
Um,
now, granted, I'm only a level away from it, and I was a level and a half away from it. And me and Zypher logged in yesterday to just get that final level and a half. And after 2 games, we're like, we don't want to do this anymore. So we
gotta-
literally just logged off.
I gotta think it
And-
is. You know the image of like Ralph Wiggum crying at his desk, turning a knob. That's
yeah.
that's Ray trying to log into Overwatch right now. It's like,
It's just like they came out with some really cool skins, and
Right.
I'm not busting out $21 for
that's the
them.
whole thing. Yeah,
Like, I'm not doing it.
Kotaku did a piece today about like best to worst ranking of battle passes for games, and fucking
Yeah.
guess who won the worst?
Like,
Overwatch 2.
Yeah, by a long shot.
Yeah. And
Although,
I mean, Apex isn't that far behind. I mean, they just do recolors,
no,
and
Apex is bad because like their shit is lame, and like that game doesn't work.
well, yeah, trust me, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I can't cover everything that's wrong with Apex within 5 seconds because, well, granted, I need an hour, but let me just. I don't find a first-person shooter game fun when the majority of the pro scene uses controllers because they have aim assist that's just fucking broken.
Dude,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Like,
Yeah.
I have over, like, let me see here, $250 between the keyboard and mouse,
Hold on.
and it's like, whatever, buy a $40 controller, blockhead. Like, what the fuck are
Are we
you doing?
all frozen on screen, by the
I
way?
literally just typed in chat, Christy. I'm messing
Okay.
with stuff in the background. If you see it, don't
Yeah.
call attention to it.
Okay.
And
Oh.
and they want $160 for a prestige skin in Apex.
Excuse me, what?
Oh,
And like,
Hmm.
and like Apex fun dollars or like real dollars?
no, in whatever, it's like
In
it's
real
basically the
world
equivalent-
money?
It's the equivalent of $160. But the
Oh.
way
Real dollars?
the way that
Oh.
they do it is that you have to get all of the skins / collectible items like in this limited edition pack, and then if you get them all, then you get the prestige skin. But it's all recolors, and they all suck. You don't
Yeah, no,
want those.
I'm
You
good.
want the
Yeah, no
you want
thanks.
I'm
I'll
good.
pass.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
pass.
That's
yeah.
too much.
Yeah, no, Apex and Overwatch fucking suck at
Yeah.
the moment. And
Yeah.
I don't know what fun is anymore.
It kills me because like this is the season I bought in on Apex.
Like,
I was like,
these-
you got a trans character now, you'll get my money, and they're like, yeah, it's too bad our service suck. I'm like, do
Like-
what now? And like, you want 5 minutes for a match? I was like, do what now? Well,
Yeah.
good luck.
like these are the games that unfortunately I'm good at, and I fucking hate myself for being good at them. Like I just don't want to play them anymore.
I mean, at least I'm playing Valorant.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, at least I'm not playing Valorant. I mean, but
I
like,
periodically in the cesspool of YouTube recommendations, of which Ray is slowly joining me in that hell. Yay, I'm not alone. I consistently get gamer rage compilations.
Oh my god.
And I watch them because to me it's the serotonin of people. Like half of these are probably faked, but at the end of the day, it's still someone like breaking a like $80 keyboard over like a misclick, and it's always Valorant. It's always Valorant. It's Valorant and it's FIFA. Like if a person,
Tom,
if
wasn't
a,
that chat,
wasn't
that
it
chat.
when you-
Yeah,
Tom,
people
Tom,
get
Tom,
turbo
when you
mad at
showed me
FIFA.
that, didn't-
people get turbo mad at FIFA.
like,
Tom, when you showed me that at Boston, didn't we try to play like a fucking drinking game where like every time you see someone smashing their keyboard or someone
Yep.
smashing it over
take a drink.
Valorant, you take a shot.
I wanted God.
like
we also went down the glorious rabbit hole of Karen compilations, one of which made
Oh,
me
no.
really happy because it was just they're like, here's a male Karen at a bar getting too passionate about America, and I'm like, that's Alex Jones. That's Alex Jones. That is 100% Alex Jones. First comment is, that guy looks like Alex Jones, and then the other guy's like, no, that's Alex Jones.
like
oh.
like we're gonna go over our top stuff, and I think people were like, "You're gonna put Overwatch 2 in there." I'm like, "Fuck off," because like I probably would have put it in there if the PVE mode was good. Oh wait, we don't have a
what's
fucking
that?
PVE
Yeah.
mode.
Maybe next year.
No, if you want quality gamer rage, and like Tom, you'll appreciate this when I say this. Just look up Wings of Redemption.
Oh my god. Fucking look, hey, listen.
Look here, listen.
Look here.
Man will yeet a PS5 controller so hard at the wall of the trailer that he lives in, it will embed into said wall halfway.
That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of. I was like, I definitely saw something recently where some dude yeeted a controller and
God.
stuck in it. I can't remember what it was.
God, that's
Smash.
Wings.
Smash.
Wings.
Yeah.
That video has to be sponsored by Monster. Monster needs to watch that and immediately put ads all over that video.
Should we use this to segue into our first segment of the evening?
Yes, of which we have.
I'm down.
So
we have a packed night tonight. So
we're doing the our favorites of 2022. We're not journalists in any sense, except for the 2 years I was a journalist. But so we're just gonna list our favorites. So what we'll start is I'll do 3, 2, 1. I'll start my third choice, then go to Trevor, then Sin, then Tom, and then Chef, and then we'll do 2 and then 1. Okay.
all right.
We're doing top 3 games of
Yeah, we're doing-
2022.
Wait,
Yeah.
is
3
it
games.
is this games?
We're doing
Okay.
games. We'll do games because like we were talking about games, and I was get the games out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so games. My third choice has to be. So this game, it was like 3 hours long, but like it's the most fun I've had in a cooperative environment this year, and that's going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge for PC, Steam, a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Uh,
I mean, that's also my third too, so I don't even need to go around the corner on this
Yeah,
one. That
this
was literally
game
my number 3.
fucking ruled ass. Like,
That
was it?
fun as hell, honestly.
Yeah, like we had some quality moments on this channel this year.
Yeah.
Us screaming like a bunch of like teenagers, and I mean that in a positive way. As we turtle bullshit was a highlight. That game was super fun. The perfect length, looked great, played great.
I also love how we all immediately gravitated towards our turtle. Like I
Yeah.
went right for Mikey.
Except
wait,
for me, who got screwed
When was
over.
this when we streamed this?
What's up?
We str-
You weren't there.
You
weren't
were
there.
you were
You
the
were.
bottle. You were the. Hold on, I actually have the the image that I had to use I had to use the insert coin.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah,
For what
yeah,
that
you
was just
were-
an empty bottle of
Yeah,
Henny.
you were out. You were out
you were
that night.
you were deceased.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were dead.
So
that
I
one,
was
yeah.
that one,
I was
there it is.
either
Yeah, we had
doing. Yeah, I was probably either doing like a double shift or I got back
Yeah.
from the party and was
Yeah,
like,
I think you came back.
No,
and
you
both
did a
both.
you did a
fell
double
asleep
shift.
and showed up for like the last 5 minutes because you came in. We did a closing bell that night, so you came.
Yeah,
in
we
for
did a
closing
short
bell.
closing bell that night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
So, yeah. I think Beast was it Beast Gamer Kuma was our fifth for that game.
Yeah.
No, since he was Casey.
Either
He
way.
went straight for Casey.
And
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I unfortunately
Yeah.
couldn't get Casey because I had beaten the game on Game Pass the day before, and we found out in real time
There's no
Game
actual
Pass.
crossplay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
crossplay
so,
didn't work.
That's
So,
what-
but
yeah,
Splinter was
but-
still up my second. So,
Yeah. That game fucking.
Mhm.
Yeah. Shredder's Revenge fucking ruled.
And shocker, I was Raphael.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we
Like,
all knew that.
Be stunned, everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's my number 3 pick. I'm gonna kick it over to Trevor now because that's all I got to say. He was real good.
Number 3. This is a sneaky one for me. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Like
Oh,
for this
alright.
game.
Okay.
I forgot that dropped this year. Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like
Okay.
middle of late January, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try this shit out. Like I've seen like mad people that like never played Yu-Gi-Oh before, or like played like the OG Duel Monsters like format from like 2002, pick it up, and it's like very, very like quick to like pick up if you just never played it before. You played like the old format and you're like, what the fuck is a synchro monster? What the fuck is
Hey,
XCs?
that's me. Yeah, I
Yeah,
had
I
no idea
know
what the
fuck
fuck a
is a
single
link.
monster
You
was.
sure saying words? Boy, howdy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like because of that got me into like playing Yu-Gi-Oh again, sort of. I've been like in and out of playing Masters a little bit on my phone, and it's literally on everything. It's on iOS, it's on Steam, PS4, PS5, literally everything. You could play on a fucking Nokia N-Gage. I don't give a shit.
Let's go.
But it's fun. It's fun as hell. I like it.
Engage 2 when?
And Engage sponsor us. Wait.
Mm, I don't know if they'd like that.
Oh, no.
Nope.
And as
Funny
because of
enough, I
that
believe
now,
Nokia
I'm-
is still in business.
Are they?
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
They are. They
Okay.
are for
Yeah.
real.
Okay, I gotta look.
And
Google that.
Tom, this might interest you because of that. Now I'm like rewatching everything from Yu-Gi-Oh. Now I'm up to like 5Ds at this point.
So this has been my experience with Yu-Gi-Oh. My ex is really big into it, particularly GX. So
Oh, yeah.
periodically I will just message her and put a picture of whatever character came out, and be like, "Are you fucking for real? Like, hold on a second, I'm gonna pull like." One of them is just like an Italian. Okay, this motherfucker right here. Velian Crowler. I'm like, hold on.
this
This
dude,
mother-
yeah,
also
yeah,
known
yeah,
as
yeah,
Kronos de Medici. I'm like, is this motherfucker supposed to be Italian? And she's
He's
like, she's like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he's supposed. She's like, listen to the dub. He's Italian. I'm like, nah, this ain't an Italian. This
he
man's
looks-
as English as they come.
He looks
So, but-
like someone took a One Piece character and a KOF generator and like threw it into a shitty AI app,
Yeah.
and then this is the end result.
He looks like how that one person in One Piece thought Sanji looked like, and just made
Yeah.
him an actual character.
I understand that reference.
You know what they should do? They should take Claudio from Tekken and mod him out and put this guy in it.
Oh,
my God.
Uh,
my
There's also this guy
God.
right here, Tyranno Hasselberry, which I talked to Chef about briefly. It's just
Oh,
a fucking
Dude, who's got
dinosaur
Yeah.
dinosaur
theme.
DNA.
I definitely
Oh, yeah, that-
remember. I definitely
Oh, yeah,
remember
that-
this discussion.
I
Yes.
remember talking about this. Oh,
Yeah, I remember this dude.
This is
The
not-
dude who's
this
like
is
over
not
the
Mr.
t-shirts.
Mr.
Yeah, at one-
Hasselberry's
at-
first appearance on this channel.
At one point in the anime, he does go like big simp mode over some vampire god chick, which by the way, she looks.
I mean, who
fuego.
amongst us?
Mood.
Who amongst us have not got
Mood.
who is simp for the vampire mommies or whatever?
I ain't understandable. But he,
Right, yeah,
he
yeah,
is,
yeah.
Can I
he
ask-
is
can I-
down
Relatable,
tremendously
relatable.
bad.
I'm going to ask the horrifying question because I don't think we got
Oh, is
the
this her?
answer the last time. How does this person have dinosaur DNA in them?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Ask fucking Charlie Sheen. I don't know. Fucking
Hold on. Is this the goth?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
That
there,
is
she,
a-
there she is.
Woo! All right, I'm gonna have to move. 'Cause that thankfully, the most get us in trouble image is currently being blocked by Jeff.
The top half was definitely originally going to be a
Oh,
One Piece
there's a-
character.
there's
You
a-
know that's from One Piece.
Congrats, Chef. You're a VTuber and a censorship image now. Hooray!
There's also this Austin O'Brien or Axel Brody, which looks like three wrestlers like crammed together.
Yeah, no, that looks
Yeah.
like when like Xavier Woods plays
It's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
like if you
Whatever,
took-
they draw
It's
him in Yu-Gi-Oh! mode.
literally-
It's
Oh my
like
God, that's
if-
literally
if-
just Xavier Woods. Hello.
if Xavier Woods cosplayed as Hermes from JoJo's Part 6. Yeah.
Okay, so I really want to get this going, but before we do that,
Yeah.
what the
Yeah, we
fuck
gotta
is that?
keep going.
What is a Chumley Huffington?
We're going back to
Because-
Shumfley Humperton. There's also Chancellor Shepard over there. Also known as Hayato Medio. Like, what a different good actual name. This looks like
One of the-
this is just like if Pete and Mickey Mouse did. It's just it's Mickey Mouse.
All
Mickey
you
Mouse.
need to know is he loves koalas. His dad
Okay.
loves
Oh my
hot
God.
sauce, and
Oh,
by hot
okay.
sauce I mean
Next
alcohol.
year, we gotta play a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Character. I think Trevor fell into like a name generator. We gotta figure out.
I'll get
Yeah.
Tessie on the phone for that. She would
Excellent,
she
excellent.
would
Okay,
definitely be all in
Um,
All right.
Ray-
So
Ray, do you want-
who's up next for number
well,
3?
Yeah, Ray, do you want
I
to
mean-
add anything to Turtles?
I mean, there's really nothing to add. Everything was pretty good about that for a game that I think. How long did that game take to make? No, like almost no time at all.
2 years,
What?
right?
Was it 2
Yeah, it
years?
was in,
like
it was in
around 2
development for 2
years.
years, I believe.
It
Yeah,
was?
because it's the sprites. Sprites are a lot harder to
Oh,
program
Yeah.
than yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, Konami did a good one for once, I
Well,
guess.
was it
for
actually,
once.
so Konami's not
Only
involved
thing-
in it, I don't think, aside from like publisher.
only thing I
Really?
didn't like
Yeah,
about it was
no.
that it didn't last longer. That's really it. I actually
Yeah.
like this was the first online game. This was like the first online game of the year that came out that didn't make me want to go ahead and blow my brains out from playing online.
Right.
It seems like
So
every
no.
online game is just awful except
So,
this one.
no,
this
okay.
year.
So the publisher was Dotemu, and the developer was Tribute Games.
Oh wow.
So yeah, Konami had nothing to do with this one.
Yep.
Thank you.
Konami
Thank
was
you,
doing
Konami,
the
for not
Oh, good.
throwing
Yeah,
it in
thank
the
you, Konami,
shitter.
for not doing anything here.
Konami
No,
was
you
busy
did.
doing the Cowabunga collection.
Which is reportedly good. That I heard is
Yeah.
really good.
They
But
were
also-
quality games. You know, they can't.
They hired somebody to
Yeah.
work on that, and then they published that. Which fine, that's fine. That's So wait, Tom, you're up for number 3.
Okay. So I'm gonna be real. I didn't write down anything. I'm
Okay,
doing this. I'm
cool.
doing this all. No, this
Cool,
just
cool.
this is how I love. This is how I like to go on the fly. I like just kind of filling in for whatever people. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna pick ones that literally the only person who I think might actually have this in the number 3 slot or in their list at all might be Ray. So Ray, if you have things to say about this, feel free to hop in with me on it. Number 3 for me was Stray.
Yep. That was.
Oh.
Yeah,
Um,
that
Good
was
choice, good choice.
that was my number 2.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
okay.
Stray
Wet Dream.
was a delight to watch. Stray was. I'm a big fan of games that have short gameplay length and can do one thing really well. Stray got that feeling down. It got the universe down well. It got the movement down well. I definitely had a couple of good old eye rain coming out near the end. It made me feel an emotion or two. Also, the cat's adorable, and the modding is just like, I want those kind of mods in games where I can either. I'm not even talking about the fucking meme ones of the Garfield Trexans that we committed, but the most
No, we definitely committed crimes.
the most touching
crimes happened.
the most touching mods that I saw were actually the people who are like, put a picture of your cat in, and we will make a mod that make it look like your cat.
Ah, that's
That
good.
to
That's
me was like,
Oh,
okay, my
that's-
my RC heart is actually like melting. So
That's
actually
real
really
fucking-
cute.
that's real
That's
fucking good.
cute. That's adorable.
That's real
so yeah, that was
Yeah,
my
dog.
number. That was my number 3.
And now the Jeff.
Also,
Jeff-
Tom, I apologize. I thought you said Scorn and not Stray.
Ooh,
No,
Scorn.
oh,
wildly
HR
different
Dynasty
game,
Collection.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Wildly
Oh, no.
different.
Yeah, I was like, "Whew, damn, what's in this Red Bull?"
No one. Okay, I can talk about Scorn real quick too, though. No one. I'm assuming no one put Scorn in for their.
God no.
Yeah, no, dear God.
I wanted to play it.
Scorn was a game that I had actually been backing since 2013,
Oh,
and
Oh shit!
that's too many years.
I really wanted that game to be good. I really wanted that game to be stellar, and every single time, like the game, it's a great art, great in concept. They just can't get the execution right. They have tried, and they cannot get the execution of that game right
Yeah.
for the life of
Really?
them. I'm really hoping for like a new version or whatever that they can actually turn it around. Aesthetic wise, it's great. The first like release trailer that they had looked so promising.
Yeah,
And then
I
every
wanted
single
to give
time-
it a shot, but then I realized I probably wouldn't be able to stream it because there's literally a suck machine like
Yeah,
a quarter way through the game.
I'm a
Oh.
huge fan of like Giger. I'm a huge fan of like it definitely gave me some Darkseid vibes.
Yeah.
What the problem is that it's a shooter second. It's too much of a shooter to be a puzzle game and too much of a puzzler to be a shooter game, and it just benefits it's so detrimentally hit by
does
having
not work.
little to no AI a UI or instructions, or like it feels very much like a game where the guy designed it said people will be able to figure this out and then underestimated how bad people are at figuring stuff out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So yeah, a lot of potential. Glad it's on Game Pass. There are better things on Game Pass, which I will talk about. Basically, what I'm gonna do for my three, by the way, is just like I'm gonna list the ones that I think impacted me the most, and then just at the end talk about like honorable mentions and stuff like that, because it's hard for me to rank stuff just in general.
That's fair.
Alright,
That's
alright.
fair. I just for mine, I literally just put down games I played this year and had fun with. It's I gave myself two challenges for the video games. One, and everyone else okayed it, is that game DLCs and expansions also count as long as they themselves were released in 2022. Because I didn't get a lot of new games this year. And another one, I forced myself to do this one, is to not put Pokemon Violet on because I have not finished the game yet, even though I've been having an absolute blast with the game. So for my number 3 was probably the best Destiny 2 expansion since Forsaken, Witch Queen. Witch Queen was a fucking fantastic expansion, and like the storytelling and the missions and just the environmental storytelling throughout the main campaign of Witch Queen was just stellar. Oh my god, it was great. It was so fucking good. Holy shit.
Every time I've seen you play it, it's every single time I watch you play it, I'm like, man, I should give this game a shot again. That's like the first thing that keeps coming into my mind.
When Bungie puts, because Bungie, they did something actually pretty smart with Witch Queen. They bundled Witch Queen with the first of 3 major class overhauls. They bundled it with a Void class overhaul, and that just made everything even better. Because like there were certain missions, there were certain story missions where like I could pop my super, all of a sudden I'm Captain America with a magical void shield, and I'm basically exploding bugs every time I click my mouse. It's great. And probably the best part out of Witch Queen for me was just the revelation at the very end of the being we had been pursuing and had assumed to be the main boss was actually helping us, and by defeating her, we've only made our current situation worse.
Hooray!
It's like, oh well, shit. I don't know. To me personally, it was great. It was one of the I was already very hyped with everything they had announced for Witch Queen and the Void 3.0 rework, and it just delivered on all fronts. Very well done, Bungie. Thank you.
So this brings us to our second pick. So originally, my list was going to be my number 1 choice, Ninja Turtles and Cult of Lamb, which was really fun. And then October 18th, 2022 happened, and Marvel Snap dropped on iOS, Android, and Microsoft Windows.
Oh boy.
And Cult of Lamb, honorable mention if we have one. Marvel Snap is the holy shit, holy shit.
I mean, it's correct me if I'm wrong. It's a Hearthstone like
it's the
dev,
dude
right?
the dude who created Hearthstone left Blizzard a few years ago.
Yeah.
Prior to like all the fuckery, like, I think he left to get money.
Mhm.
Which will work because this game is massive. And then his second dinner is the developer. I think Ben Broad is the studio head. I could be wrong there, but it's a TCG, but there's no cost to play. It's free to play. The only thing that costs anything is money. So I mean, anything that costs money so far are cosmetics and like bundles that you don't need. You can get those cards for the most part. It rules. Like this definitely scratches the Hearthstone itch because I haven't touched Hearthstone since last year for obvious reasons.
Gotcha.
Aside from it being a massive money dump, but like it nails like the Marvel experience. Like, the Carnage card will kill other cards on your in your hand and get stronger from it. The Hulk has no special abilities other than he has a lot of power. Um, Rocket Raccoon, if you play a card where you're playing Rocket, he gets abilities, and there's like, environmental like challenges too. It's bonkers. No two games are the same. It's just and like there are some deep cut characters. Like there's like a few of them I never heard of
Oh
Mm.
kind of
wow.
deep. Yeah, like I was like, who the fuck is this dude? Type of obscure. Yeah, no, this game is big as it now, and they sell it's still early access. They haven't done anything like clans or ranking or anything like that. So for a free fucking game, I already sunk over 100 hours into it. So that's my number 2 easily.
Christy, I'm not gonna lie, I had not heard about this game until you mentioned it a few days ago, and I'm
Really,
like,
so like
huh?
a trailer dropped in March, and people kind of like
Hmm.
read, well, they didn't care about it because like it was another Marvel game, blah blah blah, and then it dropped, and now it's less like not 9 out of 10 on Steam, 4.7 on Google Play, 4.9 on Apple,
Jesus.
massive player base. It's probably the biggest, it's probably the most active TCG on mobile right now. I'm not sure how it's comparing to like
Yep.
your arenas or your Hearthstone, but it's
Yeah.
doing numbers.
I've
Like,
seen you talk about it. I've seen exactly 2 people talk about it on my Twitter timeline. You and Megaran.
Yeah, those who are in it at this point.
At first I only heard about it from YouTube advertisements. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god, no. Like
Yeah.
because anything that's on a fucking YouTube ad, you want to just like go ahead and throw your monitor into the fucking sea. But no, then like after a while the game came out, and a lot of people were talking about it, like, oh, cool. It's nice to know that game doesn't suck after all. And I didn't play it or anything like that,
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh, good for them. And I just
Yeah.
kind of like
I feel like
just went about my day. But like
got-
I
we
feel like Marvel needed to advertise that a little bit better than just putting it on YouTube ads.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's how many active players are the Marvel Snack active? It's like it's doing fine because
Yeah,
like
I'm not saying it like it's doing bad because of
Oh, I can
advertise or
actually
anything
Yeah.
like that. Lack of
there's
advertising.
between according to somewhat weird website on Steam right now, there's somewhere between 6 to 10,000 players at any given moment. That's not count. And Steam's the least played out of the 3 platforms. iOS and Android are the big ones.
I just
Checks,
realized
yeah.
I can do stuff like this and put like images and shut up.
Oh, fun. Either way, Marvel Snap, it's free. You should, they're not a sponsor, but they could be. Go play. All right, Trevor, you're up.
Number 2. So I'm gonna cheat with this one. So you mentioned DLC. So
Okay.
at this point, I would say both. At number 2, I'm putting Sunbreak, Monster Hunter, and RE
Yeah, that's my
Village
number 2 as
winners.
well.
Fuck it. Number 2 is literally just Capcom DLC. Fucking throw my money. Sunbreak. I have like over 300-400 hours in Sunbreak, Rise, whatever.
Mm.
And I still am only just played only 3 weapons. But like the combat system for like the new stuff has been fucking amazing.
It's-
The new monsters are hella tough. Oh my god, fucking
Yeah.
Risen Teostra.
Mhm.
Oh, Tom,
We're
Chef,
gonna
you're
get
gonna have
fucked
a
in the
fun
butt.
fucking time finding these dumb bitches.
I
We
haven't
are-
even. I'm so terrified. I'm so terrified to even go near Risen Teostra at
We
this
are gonna
point.
need to get the full fucking crew
I've
up for this.
died like
So-
20 times during like Thanksgiving break with fucking Japanese carrymen. Like this shit is no fucking joke. Like
Can you call
Wait,
that
what's it?
stream the Uncardinals versus the dumb bitches, or is that gonna be a Twitch violation?
We'll find a
dumb
way to get around it.
binge. You can
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
binge.
Binge. Yeah.
Dumb
Yeah,
bitch
but-
brigade, the
yeah.
DBB, the dumb bitch brigade.
the
Yeah, no,
Behemoth inches.
The Uncardables versus the Risen Binches. There we go.
Hey, now we're
Yeah.
talking.
Okay.
Now we're.
Okay.
I like that.
There
I
we
like
go.
that.
Okay, that's fun.
And you're
Yeah, so
also
that's
saying
covered-
RE8, the
Well, that's
DLC
just-
for
yeah,
RE8.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
guessing
so RE8 DLC. So
Yeah.
this one is hard because Christy, you know,
Yeah.
I really like the first like premise of it and everything
Yeah.
like that. But you mentioned it earlier when you saw me streaming. It's like the end is like a little
Little wonk.
phoned in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got
It's
some
a
nice
little-
heart to it.
But like,
But
But-
what?
I will say, whoever made the Donna Beneviento like section of the DLC, or just in
Yes.
general for like RE8. Y'all need to make like an actual horror game based on
Mhm.
this, like weird shit like that,
Yeah.
like having to like look at the doll and if you turn
Oh.
away, it'll
Oh
grab
my
you,
god, that's
like
Yeah.
shit
nightmarish.
like that.
God.
Fucking make a game out of that. I don't know, make a
Oh.
remake of fucking Haunting Ground and do some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. What if Haunting Ground but good is a good premise for a video game, y'all?
Yeah, like do some shit with that. I don't know.
It was
Capcom get
literally-
fucking weird.
Somebody at Capcom must have really liked that one section out of Little Nightmares where you had to do basically that exact same thing with that exact same type of
Oh
enemy.
my fucking god! When I saw when I said don't keep your eye on mommy, I'm like,
Oh,
fucking hate this.
that's man. My favorite thing
Hate
was
this.
you screaming pants and falling out of your chair.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Christ!
That was a good
When
one.
the fourth one showed up, I was like, fuck
Yeah.
this shit.
God, I was
Fuck this
Matt and
shit.
I were watching that at home, and you're like, "There's 4 of them." I was like, "Oh, buddy, there's way more than 4 of them," but I ain't gonna say shit.
Nah, it actually was 4, but I was like, I just want to fucking leave. I just want to leave.
Yeah, again, I really liked watching that game. I still haven't played it. I'm waiting until I think I'm just gonna wait till gold is cheap on PS5 and then replay the whole fucking thing in one sitting. But
Yeah.
friggin' like we were watching. I think it was Mr. Jacksepticeye play it on his channel, and like I was super into it until like the final boss fight, and then that ending. I was just like, all right, yeah, you guys ran out of money like 20 minutes ago. We're just like, fuck it, let's go, have fun.
They're like, fuck it. No, we gotta make fucking Ethan in third person mode. I still haven't played RE Village under like third person with Ethan yet. I probably might do that in my
Hey,
own time.
here's a
Ha-
very dumb question. Speaking of Resident Evil 8, is Reverses out yet? Because that was
Yeah,
out.
it's been
Yep.
it's been out.
Oh, it's been-
I
literally
heard
came out.
nothing about that game.
Heard nothing about it
'Cause
either.
it's-
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
not
so we're doing
good.
for Jingle Hells.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
no.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, there's yeah, the DLC shop's open. Yeah, it could be
It's
the I could be a
yeah.
Hunter Y. I could be Tyrant 1998. I could be some sort of Titty Jill Valentine.
T.
race-
Valentine.
You
yeah,
can
ra-
literally be you could
racist-
be Nemi. You could be Nemi.
Kristen has racist gear. Ada Wong with banges. RE6 Leon is bad game. A lot of dumb shit. A lot of dumb shit for.
So
yeah.
it's funny you mentioned that. So Capcom made like the obvious choice. So originally when Reavers came out for beta, they
Right.
used RE7 Chris's model, and I was
Right.
like, why the fuck did they use this? The fucking all this shit on put big built fucking boulder punch rocket looking ass Chris Redfield in instead of this white devil looking motherfucker.
I do like White Devil Chris Redfield though. Like when I use the Chris,
Wait.
it's a cool look. It's a cool look. I mean, like RE1 is my favorite Chris of all time, but I do like White Devil. Fucking, what you doing? Ethan, I'm here to shoot your wife.
I'm like, who the fuck is this? No. I mean, like RE7. That's White Devil Chris. I'm talking about that's RE7 Chris. No.
Oh,
big
I'm sorry.
boulder.
I'm thinking RE8.
Yeah.
His tactical turtleneck and his fucking jacket.
It's
Oh, God, the
technically-
Yeah,
tactical
no,
turtleneck.
that's daddy right there. That's
Yeah,
oof.
yeah.
Mm,
Okay. Oh yeah,
mm.
RE7. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Sorry, these REs kind of blend together after a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Number 2.
Well, my number 2, I mean, I already said it because Tom already made mention of it. My number
Right.
2 was Stray.
Right.
And
Anything to add to it? Is it you're the one who actually played it?
I'm all right. So there's a game like that I played like a while ago, and I'm not
Okay.
sure if anyone really remembers it. But there are times where I just play games for like the atmosphere and the scenery, and
Right.
one of those games was Talos Principle.
Oof. I think do I have that?
Mm.
And
I definitely. Yeah.
and like that was an annoying ass fucking puzzle game, but
Yeah. It sure was.
like the like I really what I really liked about it was like the environments and the music and like the way that it just like kind of blended in. I felt the same way about Stray that I did Talos Principle. Like I just actually, even though like it was kind of depressing to a
Right.
certain extent, like the
Mhm.
environment was really well done for for the kind of game that it was. Like everyone was like, "Oh, you get to control a cat. It's gonna be so cute." I'm like, "Damn, this environment's fucking balling though." Like
Yeah.
they definitely spent a good amount of time putting you immersed in it, but damn, it's so depressing how everybody in that game just kind of is like, all right, we're gonna help you out. All right, well, we can't go anywhere anymore. Bye. Like,
Oh no.
Mhm.
yeah, it's the ending is kind of a bummer, but it's also at the same time the ending for the cat is also kind of great.
Mm-hmm. Especially when like you kind of think about it a little bit and realize that literally the spot where he ends is the same spot that he began from.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And it
love when
turns
games
what
do
would have
clever
been a
shit like that.
very sad ending into like a really hopeful ending. It was a nice little touch.
Yeah,
Other than that,
Strayless Man
other,
good. I'm glad it was like in a way the complete opposite of Untitled Goose Game.
yeah, I wanted to at the end of the day, I had this like little inside gimmick where I'm like, I want to make the AAA gaming lineup, the animals are assholes lineup, and I'm like, damn, I don't want to call this cat an asshole.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
Right. I mean, like all cats are assholes at their core.
I mean,
Let's
I
not
mean,
get it twisted.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I could
Yeah.
technically knock over the paint,
Right.
so you know,
Very, very lifelike to actual cats.
yeah. But
All right.
yeah, no, that we already talked about it, at length. That was just my input on it.
Yeah, no, that's good. Good.
That's really it.
Okay. Okay. Hop, your number dose.
All
Two.
right. So I have the one, but I'm pretty sure one or two people might actually have it as a number one. So I'm gonna hold off on that and instead talk about one that actually, because I want to go more for like the indie side, more for the
Right.
the lower stuff, because people are gonna talk about Elden Ring, I'm sure, for their number ones.
Yeah.
Um,
I wonder who.
So I'll hold off on that, and instead I'm gonna talk about a game, and surprise, surprise, it's actually what I'm gonna be playing on stream Tuesday this week.
Nice
It is a
segue.
game that was in early access that I actually played on my solo channel back in like April of last year that just got its full release out. A game called Proteus, a game
Okay.
that I like to call Doom Unhinged. It is it's a run and gun shooter, very good. I like Ultra Kill a little bit better just because it has a really good parry system in it, but Proteus has like Doom, even Doom like Eternal didn't scratch the itch as good as Proteus did, but that isn't the reason why I'm putting it up there, because it's good, but there are a lot of really good like run and gun first person Doom like games, including a very interesting one that we're gonna play that I believe Trevor is gonna be playing for Black History Month. I'm as a little teaser for that. We'll talk about that later. But the reason why Proteus is really taking like the cake for me is it has one of the most robust, not only level creators, but communities out there. The campaign for the game is great all on its own, but they not only encourage people to make levels in their level editor and make it like one of the easiest, most user-friendly level creators out there. They do stuff like staff picks, contests. They give people who make levels the opportunity to basically like potentially make money. I think they've even gotten members of their team like job offers from some of like the levels that people have built. So like the community for that is like insane, and some of the levels they made are actually better than the game itself.
Damn.
So that's like Proteus is basically covering the indie games in general, but that one scratches a lot of my itches that I really, really, really enjoyed.
Nice. All right, Chef, your number 2 pick of the year.
Well, my number 2 pick was the same as Trevor's.
Oh, right,
Fucking
yes, yeah, there-
Monster
sorry.
Hunter Rise Sunbreak.
Okay. any put on that, or aside from you played it with Kami Dog, you
The I've never changed that layered armor. It's too good.
shouldn't. It's very good.
the one thing I want to add to basically everything Trevor said for Sunbreak is that it finally gave us what Rise itself was lacking, and that was a solid, challenging, engaging endgame. Because Rise just sort of ended off like, okay, yeah, you beat the thing. Now go hunt down some Apex monsters, which may or may not actually be a challenge. But now it's just like everything in Sunbreak is just taken up to the next fucking level where everything hits like a fucking truck, and I actually feel like I'm having a challenge for once,
Mhm.
which is something that Rise at its core was sorely lacking. honestly.
Sunbreak is the best end game Monster Hunter has had since generations.
Nice.
Yeah,
Easily.
it's solid. It's very
Um,
good.
Also, they brought back Gore Magala.
They
Gore
brought-
Magala.
they brought
Shout
back-
I
Gore.
don't know what that means. Yay, he's
They
back.
brought back-
They brought back Gore. They brought back fucking Chaos Gore.
They brought
Yeah.
back literally
Words.
everyone except for like Brachydios is the only one on my like list of get him
I'm
get
still
him
waiting.
in the game, and then you have all my favorite
I'm
monsters
still
in
waiting
there.
for Glavenus. I'm still waiting for Glavenus.
Same.
Um,
Oh
Glavenus.
man. But yeah, they found a way to make it just like to make grinding more fun, to make pretty much everything end game fun. It wasn't like World. I got into the end game, spent like an hour on it, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't need. There's nothing I can really grind off this that is really gonna continually benefit me. With this,
Mhm,
I
yeah.
beat the main campaign, and then I like the most time I've ever sunk into a Monster Hunter game was for you at about 550 hours. I'm 100 hours shy of beating that with Sunbreak because it's just it's that addictive and it's that good, and they're still not done. They're still making stuff for it.
They are. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I only saw this tweet vaguely when I was scrolling on Friday. There's some kind of like weird collab going on with Monhun, Destiny, and Ask Creed soon.
The Assassin's Creed Destiny 2 crossover has been confirmed.
Okay.
We're getting Assassin's Creed themed layered armor, which is
Ooh.
honestly kind of neat.
Yeah.
I can make my Titan literally look like a Viking warrior, and I can't wait.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. There were hints of a Destiny 2 Monster Hunter crossover, but like nothing has been confirmed.
Okay.
But at the same time, nothing has been denied either.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Capcom and Sony are friendly, so like.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Sure.
All right. No worries.
Also responding really quickly to what John saying in chat with the Callisto Protocol, I really wish Callisto Protocol
Was good.
just eschewed. Here's like my thing about it is it looks good, but not in the way I think they intended. Like as a remake of Dead Space, it's just not that scary. But as the closest thing we're ever gonna get to God Hand in space, it's great.
I mean,
can't-
but also that's Azora's Wrath.
Yeah. It scratches that bizarre game itch that I really wish that they leaned deeper into. I want like I saw the video of the person doing like the infinite combo. I'm
you
like
saw it too?
I'm like I wish the game if the game did more of that, I would be so fucking in on this game.
It has
Literally,
everything
you
but scares
get
and gameplay. One of those things is important. Just putting it out there.
Literally, you get to do a fucking Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in space, and I'm like, wonderful. I bet.
Okay. So I'm gonna get to my number one, which is gonna surprise no one. Tom mentioned earlier. Yeah, it's motherfucking Elden Ring.
Yep.
Elden Ring ripped ass.
that checks. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
like here's why. One, making Elden, so like Dark Souls games are kind of accessible in a way that they don't get credit for. You just have to you have to play by their rules. Once you learn, it's like a fighting game. Once you learn the ins and outs of a Souls game, those games become less like
You need
they're
a
still hard.
seminar to
They're less hard, but they're playable. They're not like, oh my god, I could never beat this game. Oh my god. Elden Ring is way more accessible just because like it's a goddamn jump button, but like you could play the game the way you want to. Like you just like kind of dip in, fuck around an area, find out, leave, come back when you're like to lowest high, which I really appreciate. And like here's how accessible fucking Elden Ring is. I mentioned this a million times. I'll say it again. Amanda has never played a Souls game before in her life. Saw me play it, did her research, and now she's done more in that game than I have. Like we both beaten it, but she got all the hard trophies. And
Damn,
like
all right.
yeah, she got like she fucking like I see like guys complaining like, oh no, like Melon is the hardest fucking Souls boss. Anyone who says otherwise is a baby idiot. And Man's like, yeah, I killed her in 6 shots. What's up? What's good? What's
Yeah.
good? So like, yeah, it's accessible, it's gorgeous. Like, I think there's a lot of good games that has come out this year visually, but I think in terms of like that AAA polish, nothing touches Elden Ring. Because like in terms of creativity and in visuals, because like that game, big map is big.
Yep. Bloodborne will always be my favorite FromSoft game, and nothing's ever going to dethrone that. But Elden Ring, the fact that more people beat Elden Ring than any other Dark Souls game, is a really good thing for me.
Yeah.
I know people who are just like, accessibility is a motherfucking issue for a lot of people. I can't play, some people like, I can't play Dark Souls because I literally can't get the cord. I can't get good. I have, I have accessibility issues. With this, no matter what, you can be the most noob fucking person on the planet. You're still going to be able to beat the game if you have a friend. And even if you don't have a friend, they give you yourself as a friend.
Yeah, I do love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, they still need to work on, like, you see, we say accessibility, they still need to work on the actual accessibility. Like, you can't remap your controllers. Not everyone can physically hold some controllers. So, like, From Software still has a lot of work to go on that.
Okay.
Their colorblind stuff, I'm not even sure if it's in there. If it is, it's nowhere near as good as Naughty Dog stuff is. Like, say what you will about Naughty Dog, their accessibility options are like the best for like hearing impaired, visually impaired folk, color impaired folk. So
So I just got back, and I'm imagining since From Software has made that picked Elden Ring.
Elden Ring,
yeah.
Elden Ring number one. Delight, cannot wait for the DLC. Again, also, like, there's something said about that when someone pointed out that Elden Ring sold more copies than Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne did combined.
See,
And like,
I am
that's vibes.
'Cause I'm the same boat Amanda is. I've never touched a single Soulsborne game in my entire fucking life, but I definitely want to give Elden Ring a shot.
It's absolutely worth it.
Legitimately fun.
I'm notoriously bad at Soulsborne games, and that's why I didn't personally purchase Elden Ring. But I know that it's a good game.
It's fine. Yeah.
But
Also, Ray, you made
I
the
feel
mistake. Real quick, Ray, I know you also made the mistake of the first game you tried to go for was Dark Souls 2, which isn't even as hard of a game, but getting it to play in general, physically start the game up is the real Dark Souls starts here.
I'm not sure if anyone knows this or tried it, but I did buy the Sins of the Scholar edition, like Tom mentioned. And no, what's really cool about not being able to play in windowed mode when you're trying to host a stream and get it to capture up in OBS? Yeah, it's awful. That game was, that game was shit. Like of a port. Like,
I feel like that was the last time we got like a Souls game and like we had the shitty Japanese port, so that was like a thing for a hot minute, and like then we got Bloodborne, and then after that it was a smooth sailing between like Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, and now Elden Ring.
Yeah. The best thing I've ever heard from people, and like, if y'all want even more research or more deep dive into this, noted Tommy Tellerico exposer H-Bomber guy did a couple of really wonderful videos on the design of Dark Souls 2 and why Bloodborne is great, that talk in detail about why Bloodborne was like the gateway to let people get into FromSoft games, and basically undid a lot of the prepare to die bullshit that Dark Souls' marketing team basically latched onto for some reason. The best thing I ever heard about, the most like complimentary thing I heard about Elden Ring was people go, I played Elden Ring and it immediately made me want to go and play Bloodborne. That's the best fucking thing. That is the most like serotonin brain neuron activated that like I could ever hear. That's the best shit.
I went out and rebought Dark Souls 3 for PS4, and we reinstalled Bloodborne, and I am much better at Bloodborne now. I never cleared the first boss in Bloodborne. You know, the fucking troll, the bridge fucking monster. First attempt body that shit, and I felt real good about it.
Also,
every time hearing that kind of gives me some hope, only because of the fact that like every time I hear about the freaking Soulsborne community, they're hating on everything that pertains to people that are, it's like, why aren't you playing, like why are you asking for easy, or I'm like, I don't want to willingly walk into a shitty fan base. I deal with many shitty fan base as it is.
So it's the same problem.
I'm a Star Wars fan.
There are a lot of vocal shitty Soulsborne fans who are like, you have to play the games this way. You can't use these. You can't use that. But then there are also a ton of people who are like, no. Play the games you want to, how you want to play it. Because they're hard. So like,
those people forget. Those people forget how esoteric the first Dark Souls game is,
incredibly,
and how they don't tell you shit like. Don't use your humanities to make your. There's so many things that they don't tell you what to do in Dark Souls, and not even in a fun, you'll figure it out way. Like, no, I ruined some Estus class upgrades the first time I played it. I destroyed some weapons because I upgraded them the wrong way, because there isn't a tutorial or like a, hey dumbass, use this kind of I love the games, but you need a 15-minute premiere on how to play it
Yeah,
before
yeah.
to find where the fun is. Elden
Yeah.
Ring will tell you where the fun is right away.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Also, quick aside, everyone should watch the Moss Factory for Elden Ring.
Yes.
Oh,
It's called Grinch Hunter, and sorry, are you mad? Tom was over gets it. I love
Oh, I get it.
that video. That rules. All right.
Maybe you know what? Maybe there'll be a you know, let's have a fundraising goal for Extra Life, because I don't want to do another fucking Overwatch gimmick again, because like I'm God, Blizzard needs to do something about that fucking piece of shit. Anyway, if we raise a certain amount of money, we could hold a vote, and someone will have to pick a Soulsborne game I got to play on stream for
Dark Souls 2.
at least a month. And
Dark
if you
Souls
say
2.
Dark Souls 2 on the PC, I am literally coming over to your home, and I am going to not only drive a car through it with a zip car, I'm going to firebomb your house after.
Oh, that's perfect, Ray. You can play Bloodborne card for the PC.
Yig defense
Yig.
only. Yeg reacts only.
that could be.
Isn't one of the issues with Bloodborne? I shouldn't say an issue. Isn't there what's like something wrong with Bloodborne where it's like not optimal to play because it's not like 30? It's only 30 frames a second or something.
It's a PS4 game.
It's a PS4.
Though. Yeah, so
it's 30 frames on PS4 and 60 on PS5, and that kind of.
Oh, so it is. There is a 60 frames per second version.
I'm used to 30 frames per second on these, so that doesn't really like bother me all that much. But it could be a fun.
Could be an incentive. 60 frames blood.
Yeah,
60 blood in the sand.
You know what?
If there was a way I could stream 50 Cent Blood in the Sand, I would.
I've had dreams about 50 Cent Blood on the Sand being ported to new consoles. I have looked for so many ways to get that fucking game on stream, and literally short of like picking some motherfuckers up and driving them to my house, I don't think there is a way we could do that.
Yeah.
I've had one other dream about 50 Cent Blood on the Sand, and that's that they made a new one with Waka Flocka Flame with the Waka Flocka flamethrower, and it was the best dream I've ever had in my entire life.
All right, so you know what? I'm not going to put it on a vote then. If
now I know
we'll figure out a monetary
Christmas.
We'll figure out a monetary amount. We'll do Bloodborne with 60 frames a second. Then,
hey.
All right, Trevor, what's your number one?
And also Zerium, I think that's literally called my Super Bowl plans with you.
You know, it's fun that you're mentioning about Bloodborne and Dark Souls and getting good at a game. So my number one pick, weirdly enough, Cuphead DLC.
That was this year.
Like as much suffering as this fucking game it made me go through. I fucking love Cuphead. I love 2D Dark Souls. It got me right back into replaying Cuphead again. Ended up playing through hard mode. I'm actually halfway finished through playing hard mode, which is, oh my god, my hands are so fucking bloody. But yeah, DLC has been pretty fun. Weirdly enough, the final secret boss was easier than the actual boss. Ooh. Weirdly enough, I don't know why. Maybe
I think it was just because it was
maybe I should actually play Dark Souls games. I don't know. Fucking whatever.
We could literally try and do a seamless co-op thing because they have mods that let you make co-op in Elden Ring easier, and we could literally get the 5 of us on the same co-op game of Elden Ring, I think. And
I have Elden Ring for the PS5, so I'm not
everyone
sure
but Chris, you'll be there for moral support.
Listen, that game ran better on PS5 than on PC at launch. Don't at me.
At launch, yeah, and then a week later,
also,
patch, and now it's way better.
Also, as an honorary mention, I only played this for 3 hours last week. Signalis, definitely up there. I have been trying to get back on the survival horror kick that I've had when I started playing Resident Evil in 2020. Weirdly enough, because of the pandemic, but
oh boy,
playing survival horror, this amazing survival horror game that both Tom and the main man from the D Boys.
Oh, Neil
God,
Ivan.
Yeah, Neil Ivan. I don't know why I keep blanking on this fucking name. I don't
Because
want to give
it
his real
works.
name.
Yeah.
But
It's abbreviated.
I've been-
Neo Ivan Gaming.
Yes.
Yeah, but after being like recommended by them and like a couple other people.
Chris just got it.
Oh no, no. I mean, Trevor can say that word. I can't. Rick can say that word.
So that comes from a real lifetime during one of the streams where Neo Ivan Gaming threw us a generous raid, and I'm on my phone and I'm driving. So I want to type thank you for the raid, Neo Ivan Gaming, but I didn't want I'm like, I can't type this entire thing out. I'm driving. I have limited use of my hands. So I'm like, I'll abbreviate it. And oh no.
This is why I just call him Ivan whenever he drops it.
Yeah,
It's
eventually
easier that
swapped
way.
it to just Neo. But I'm like, uh-oh. I can't very quickly.
You know what it is?
Just
Because I'm
saying
so
Ivan
used to.
is
I'm so used to like calling him by like his actual name, but I know he doesn't want us to use
Right,
his
yeah.
actual name, so I'm like,
Yeah,
fuck God.
Yeah.
You gotta use his government issued gamer name.
Ray's been waiting for 3 minutes to say that. Much like a shooter on the grassy knoll. He's like, any minute now. Any minute now. All right, let's go. Let's go. Bang!
We love you, comrade.
I,
Shit.
Mm.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Government issued gaming name is going to be. I don't know what the stream will be about, but our first closed bell of 2023 is going to be called that.
Yeah, that's gonna be our meetup.
Also,
at
also
Max's.
second.
we're at some point we gotta plan that that gathering that we were talking about.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like we should have people, that RSVP. It's like we need your government issued gamer name on the RSVP.
Oh my God. Also very small other honorary mention, because since Mantric is here, I'm putting in Capcom Fighting Collection because apparently I'm ranked fucking number 15 in best fighters and Darkstalkers 2. Fucking Schmendrick, I'm coming for your ass. Apparently you want to call me out for a challenge. Let's fucking do it for fucking. Let's fucking do. Let's fucking do this
It's been
for
so
Jingle
long since
Hells.
we've had a
Jingle
New York
Hells.
Stock Exchange blood feud going on.
Yeah, I
That's
think
good.
Calling out a challenge.
Mario Kart's next week, Chef. That will change shortly.
Oh no!
And like I don't think we could. There's anything left we could do to Toronto at this point. Kevin Durant heard about this. He's like, "What Chef and Chrissy started, I will finish." Fucking Slim Reaper.
Hell yes. Let's fucking go.
But yeah, when the fuck are we doing Jingle House again? Fucking
23rd.
let's do it.
Christmas week.
Yeah,
Christmas.
basically the entire week of Crimbus. Because I know
Yeah.
Ray's only going to be able to be here for the first
Yeah.
couple of days of the week, so it's going to be
We'll figure it.
Yeah.
it's going to be
Yeah.
spread throughout the entire week.
Sometime
Oh.
between the 19th and the 20th.
Which, for those who
23rd.
don't know, Jingle House is going to be our end of the year charity event for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention that we always end the year off on, and various other charities as well. So look forward to that. I have to
Yeah, I
start
heard.
doing
I
work
heard a
on
rumor
that.
that. I heard the rumor Fortnite may be there. Who
Our
knows?
good friend Fortnite might, in fact, be there.
Who knows?
Also, I just got a bunch of messages from Yoda, so we may have an even bigger romp hit than usual.
Oh my
so
God.
me. So wait, was it me doing a shitty Yoda voice, or was it Vampiric Yoda?
No, it was Vampiric Yoda.
Oh
Funny
man,
joke.
joking.
Why not
Yoda's
both?
gonna be around for Jingle Hells? Oh shit!
Maybe joke Yoda. Depends what
Damn.
Game Grump content I watch that week that I steal from.
Damn, we got a lot of good
I've been
guests
kind of
coming in,
into
Jesus.
Dan's dog voice. Camille like Dan, the biscuits, Dan. That one, yeah,
Oh
it's
god.
pretty good, pretty good. Anyway,
I just saw we just saw the video. Someone found the pack, the voice pack where Aaron Hansen is voicing a character in Monster Hunter. That you can,
okay.
and someone's like, "Oh, if you get this pack, he'll call each monster a different slur." And someone's like, "Aaron didn't drop. Did Aaron drop? Did Aaron drop slurs?" It's like, there's I don't know if you go to let's see let me open up YouTube here and type Game Grumps and look at that. There's multiple N-bombs, including a 5.5-minute compilation of every time they've said the N-word on Game Grumps.
I like that it's Dan's almost N-bomb. I also like God.
Dan's almost N-bomb was the funniest, where he had to catch himself at the last second. He was like, "Oh my god, I almost said it. I don't know what the fuck came over me."
Kind of like when you asked us to read your live gaming son.
Yeah.
A little funny jokey joke. All right, so what's your number one pick?
My number one pick is.
wait, I said Red.
Oh wait, okay. Sorry, my bad.
All right. Well, last year on the 21st of September, this wonderful little game came out.
Last
Now
year.
it's last year. Technically, I can't use it. However, what I can fucking use is the Kaito Files DLC that came out in March.
Technicality.
I found a way to go ahead and proverbially suck this game's dick. Anyway, because this, like, whoever is part of the writing staff, I don't know what their salary is, but add a zero in that shit. Because the writing in this game was practically fucking flawless. And yeah, it was depressing as hell because, well, it's a freaking Judgment game. It's always going to be depressing. However, the one good thing about the Kaito Files is that Kaito finally got his fucking due. That man fucking... I'm so happy for Kaito. I've never been so happy for a character in a video game this year than Kaito itself.
Nice.
Like, it's really hard in Judgment to be like, all right, you solved the case, you solved the mystery, you got the girl. Like, it's really hard in a fucking Yakuza / Judgment game to get that to happen. And that man pulled through. Also, had no help from fucking Takumi. He was apparently getting chased by a fucking bear.
As
one does.
As one does.
Probably a cocaine bear that I probably fought last Thursday.
Cocaine bear.
No, that's not. No, that's we're doing movies 2022, not movies 2023 / all time, Jeff.
Fair. Because we would all just say cocaine bear over and over again.
There's something else coming next year that also looks incredible.
Yeah,
It's Cocaine Bear, and I can't remember the other one.
I mean, the only downside is that there was a lot less teenager beating in Final Finals because I was just with beating adults.
Yeah, again, end of the year Fortnite, we got you.
But yeah, no, I don't think I've had any complaints from any of the Judgment games. People were like, the story was slow. I'm like, the story was fine. Like, go fuck off.
I also like they're like murder procedurals. They're not going to be like fast paced because
Yeah,
a fast paced murder game is a slasher. That's a different genre
It's
altogether.
an entirely different genre. Yeah.
That's Dead by Daylight. little different from Judgment, I think.
But yeah, I mean, maybe some of the, being a part of school life nonsense needed to go at best, but like, whatever, it was fucking fine. It was try to, like, I don't know, I think people were just trying to find shit to fucking complain about, and
That is
as is one to do, but I don't have time for it when it comes to Judgment and or Lost Judgment.
Yeah, that's like people trying to dunk on Breath of the Wild for not being really good, which blows my mind. Because Chef, you ever played Breath of the Wild? That game's pretty good. Pretty good.
I played it twice. I've played it in normal mode and master mode. Shit rules.
I mean, that's also jokes because like that's the first game you streamed on our channel.
That's also true. Yes.
Lots of that lore, baby. All right. Thought what's your number one pick?
Signalis. I think I gotta agree with Trevor on that one. It is. Well, okay. Let me split it up into two categories here.
Okay.
Because I think like there is another game that obviously I think I have to put in legally as my number one because it is the game I sunk the most time into, and it technically came out late enough into December of last year that I still kind of counted for this year, and that is Endwalker. Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker.
Nice.
And its various patches and content and whatnot. Both of them are amazing games for very different reasons. Signalis is like next to Silent Hill 2 for my favorite horror game.
Damn. Damn.
Because it picks up some of my favorite things from almost every horror game I played and it won't like tell you it. It will show you. It will like I'll give an example, one that we actually experienced last week, and that's one of my favorite things was Crimson Heads in Resident Evil Remake, because that's a game that's already starving you on resources, really trying to make you feel pressure and feel the horror by being just so starved on resources that the little ammo you have, you're fighting off zombies that are like breaking through walls, breaking through doors to get you. You have no way to feel safe. And the ones that you do end up killing, you come back later on and they're now faster, more dangerous, and you basically laid traps for yourself, oftentimes along a safe route to get you from like to get to an item box or let's go ahead and block this person.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are
Aha.
instantly banned. Have a good one.
Ooh.
But I think that like you're getting a safe route to an item box, so you have a way of going that like, okay, but these enemies are cleared out. You come back and also your safe route is now the most dangerous path to go through. You go through Signalis does that, and it doesn't. By the time you find out about it, you've already experienced it. It does that with two other things. One of my favorite things from Silent Hill 2, which we will talk about probably in a stream or two in our playthrough of it. It does everything that it does well. It manages to get the immersive part of it that's like the immersive part of it is just so like I did not think that a top-down game, an isometric view game, was going to be scary, and it ended up like shocking me more and scaring me more than like I think since PT.
It's definitely hit that for me like a little bit. I only just like I'm only like 3 hours in from like last week, and I'm like starting to feel like the fucking fear is starting to kick in. And you told me about the fucking like their version of like the Crimson Heads. I'm like, oh, fuck this. Like I pulled a DJ Khaled. I played myself, but I'm so far already. I'm already loving it, and I can't wait to see what more of this game that I can like get into because of that.
And then FF14 Endwalker, it was just the best ending to how can you make a game that's been going on this long, that's had so many story ties, and give a satisfying ending and a new start. And it's managed to dunk on it, like it's managed to be like perfect. I couldn't have asked for more in an ending. The new raids have been really fun. The new jobs have been really fun, even though I don't play them all that much. It's basically solved almost every problem that I've had with the game. Now I just need Yoshi P to stop saying dumb shit.
yeah, pretty much.
But don't worry, me and Ray are gonna pay him a good old visit in July.
We'll educate him what black people are.
Siri, does Vegas have any rivers? All
Rivers
right,
and
Chef, what's your number one pick of the year?
My number one pick for game of 2022 is not even a AAA title. It's not even a game that.
I mean, AAA titles aren't AAA titles either.
Yeah,
anyway.
and it's not even a game from any one of the big companies. It's a fan game. It's an indie game. It's HoloCure Save the Fans. Oh my god. K dropped this fucking game months ago and it's still getting updates. There's gonna be a new game mode. There's gonna be a new gens added. This game is literally everything I wish Vampire Survivors did.
Yeah.
But it is just so goddamn fun and so wonderfully faithful to not just the girls themselves, but like their fandoms, like fandom in jokes, and it's just wonderful. It's just absolutely wonderful. I love this game to death. Oh my god. It is so beautifully done, and just honestly, shout out to KU because they have done an absolutely wonderful job on this game. It's so good.
Well, like
It's
it's a
so
good
good.
it's a good sign when even like I'm not even in the Hololive fandom and I would still like play. I still have this downloaded. Because yeah,
Yeah.
it's free Vampire Survivor.
It's so damn good. It's
I
so
need to-
damn funny, and it is a joy watching the girls themselves play and just recognize all the little references to everything. And it is a wonderful thing to see. It's great. It's a
It-
fun game.
Yeah,
I love
I
it
did
to
play
death.
Vampire Savior. I heard that's real fucking good.
It's been nice just watching Chef basically like whenever he streamed this, he'll play it and like it's like hearing someone on like who's a big Simpsons fan like, oh, there's that, I know that joke, I know that reference, and it's like, okay, yep, I'm like there's so many
Surprise,
little
it's
things
us.
to get in this.
understand it.
Yeah. It's
Um,
wonderful. It's absolutely great. I love it to death.
So is that everyone? Do we
That's our
have
top
anyone?
5.
Uh-huh.
That's a top 5 for games.
All
That
right,
was, it took a while.
let's-
That was a good bit.
Let's go ahead and just do some honorable mentions. I have here games released in 2022 because I think there are definitely some honorable mentions. I was actually a little surprised, Chef, that Arceus did not end up on
Yeah,
any of your
yeah.
lists.
Legends Arceus was I have trouble putting that game because I love all the really new aspects to it. I love the different catch mechanics because you can actually sneak up behind Pokemon, throw a ball without having to send out your own Pokemon, which is great. And your whole party still gets the full EXP as if you were in a battle. I love mechanics like that. I struggled to put that on the list because Legends Arceus suffered, to me at least, Legends Arceus suffered from what Monster Hunter Rise suffered from, that the ending sort of did not feel complete
True.
to me. It's just like you catch one of the Pokemon and then you're just sort of left in Hisui to wander about and complete the Pokedex, which is
Something like that.
cool, which is really neat, which is again, I get is the core of every Pokemon game, but at the same time, it's just like I really would have loved one more really solid battle at the end.
Mm.
Albans, gotcha.
Yeah, another big honorable mention for me, Kirby the Forgotten Land.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
is-
surprised that ended up on. That's my
Yeah,
shocker.
Is a great game, is a fantastic game, and is also the game I made my VTuber debut in, which is that's why I love that game to death also. And it's unfortunately kind of suffers the same thing where like, well, no, not the same thing, but it suffers from a very, very different problem. Once you get the final tier of upgrades for your copy abilities, even the end game stuff becomes too easy.
Yeah.
It needed one more ratchet up of difficulty to match the amount of power you were getting from the final upgrade of your copy abilities.
Not to
Other
mention
than
it
that,
needed
beautiful
to
game.
Yeah, up to the it also needed like they had a really great like Eldritch Horror final boss and you just overpowered it so
Finally.
much.
Finally.
Yeah, you just you entered the final boss, and as long as you had a tier 3 upgrade or higher, you would not like even last 2 minutes. That thing was alive for a grand total of 2 minutes.
So Sikorsky in chat mentioned Neon White and the new Stanley Parable. The only reason why I didn't put Stanley Parable on it is I haven't played the new one yet, but Stanley Parable always gets a loving nod of
That's
from
that's another one on my list. Neon
Yeah,
White.
my
That's
fa-
like
Yeah,
Neon White.
wish list for a
They
minute.
just announced the PS5 version is coming soon with.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for that because like
um
that DualShock 5 support. Shit, let's go. Let's go.
from what I've heard from people, and I like literally this weekend had it. Someone told me that Neon White might have been their favorite game of the year, quote unquote, if the characters just shut the fuck up in it. 'Cause
Yeah,
apparently
I heard chatty.
apparently the gameplay is like Mirror's Edge.
Ooh.
Yeah,
that,
I've heard
like,
about-
Mirror's
hardcore-
Edge
I've heard-
cards.
Yeah.
I have heard very good things about Neon White. I personally have not played it, but I've heard
Yeah.
plenty of good things about it.
Yeah,
They
I'm
just
waiting
said
for
that the
PS5
voice
version.
acting is they put it's Steve Bloom like
Yeah.
like literally calling it in the most he's ever done in his entire career, which is
Also,
a
the
bit
man's
unfortunate.
like in his 50s at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I'm sure he's busy. Okay,
Um,
so it is now a little past 9. Should we jump to TV?
Real quick, but just other honorable mentions. One that we have surprisingly have not played yet. The Quarry.
Yeah, I watched someone.
I've watched a bunch of people play the Quarry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not my. It's Until Dawn has scratched that itch that none of those other games have that the company has put out yet has hit.
There is one game that I didn't put on the list, but that's also because I literally only played it once on the stream, and because, well, scheduling is hell with all the games that I stream. I want to keep playing Ghostwire Tokyo.
That was this year.
Yeah,
Holy
that was a
shit.
good one.
Oh,
I would
that
love to
was
see
this
more of
year.
that.
Yeah.
And we literally played it right after the Final Fantasy 7 25th anniversary stream. And then after we properly nutted all over the place after watching all the content that's coming out, then we hopped on Ghostwire, and that game was good. Unfortunately, then we hopped right over to Yakuza. right,
Like
right after that.
I'm oddly in the same boat, right? Because I picked up Ghostwire, I played maybe about an hour and a half of it. I'm like, this is really good, and then other stuff came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
like-
shout
I-
out to Citizen Sleeper, which I played last week, which is a really interesting dice-based D&D minimalist story-driven
Yeah.
game. That
Yeah.
is
I've seen
really
some
good.
fun things about that one too. Yeah.
I had fun with Multiverses. Had fun playing that with Trevor. I'm not sure if we're ever going back
Oh
to
my
that.
god, I forgot. I forgot. Goat Simulator
we've-
3 dropped this year. Christ.
That was like last week.
Yeah, Christy. Yeah, we've been meaning to do that, and then like we just keep adding like more fighting games to
Yeah.
like fight with other people from
yeah.
groups.
Yeah.
So like that just keeps happening.
Yeah, and which kind of says about that, but fucking yeah. Snap, Cult of Lamb was really, really fucking good. I would just play Cult of Lamb. This is not Elden Ring.
And Need for Speed Unbound, which I have heard from a very
I
reputable
wanna
source,
play. It's
Rajon.
anime as fuck. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
he
was
literally
watching-
described it as the closest thing to Automodelista that he's seen in a while, which is only the second time I've heard that game mentioned this entire year. Oh, also
okay.
Splatoon 3, more Splatoon. It's good Splatoon.
Splat,
More
They're good
Splat,
squids.
Splat 3 good. Splat 3 very good.
Yeah. I loved Fortnite season 3.
Bayonetta 3, mid-ending.
Oh no, fucking Kaima, I'll fight you.
Oh, wait, we're talking about games that fucking suck.
Mid-ending.
I wish it sucked because I could just write it off. It's so mid. That's all. It's shit storytelling, decent gameplay, god awful graphics for a Switch game, and like it's just mid. It upsets me. Anyway, let's something happy. Something happy.
You know what? There is a question I want to go ahead and ask before we go in, and this is about upcoming games, and it's going to be very quick. What games are you guys looking forward to in 2023? Because I really want to throw down with you motherfuckers in Tekken 8 as well as Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, Street Fighter. It's Street Fighter 6 for me.
Street Fighter.
I was hyped for the new Final Fantasy, but then Yoshi P read his damn racist mouth, and I was like, yeah, no, we're good.
Oh, I'm not playing
Yeah.
6. I don't really.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't give a
Legend
shit
of Zelda
about
Tears of the
Final
Kingdom.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
right.
god.
Oh, right. That's
Oh
coming
my
out.
god, I cannot
Yeah.
fucking wait.
I don't
Yeah.
honestly give a shit about Final Fantasy 16. Like,
Yeah, I
nothing-
did because
Like,
they
I
were
would-
still
I
doing
would
his
rather-
homework.
I would rather replay Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, Street Fighter 6. Jesus, what is anything?
Yeah,
else?
more Ultra
Like,
Kill.
whatever the fuck-
Both Spider-Man.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
assuming because I'll wait for a date for that. I'm like, I want that game to come out in 2023, but I've heard it may not, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
Also, RE4
we are-
remake.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
RE4 remake, let's go.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
is,
Yeah.
just
Oh
to-
yeah, and
just-
like Sikorsky said in chat, Ultra Kill. Can't wait
Yeah.
for Ultra Kill.
It's
Yeah.
just to warn you guys on the Video Game Awards, they apparently Parada has paid them fuck tons of money to be like, you gotta be ready for the trailer. You gotta be ready for
Yeah.
the trailer or whenever the
Yeah.
info's coming out. So there's gonna be some big ass Tekken 8 shit.
Yeah.
So
during it.
I did a quick search of like, best games 2022 just see if there's anything I might have missed. Crusader Kings 3, they decided to put a picture of the map. And what jumps out at you in this image that you should be seeing on stream?
Hey, Ray, how much money would it cost for us to change your username to Cummania?
I mean, that's my middle name.
Take
so
yourself. I'm great. Your cat head. What the hell is that?
Fatty Mid.
Yeah.
Also,
Is that,
Ray, I'm
is that
pretty
on the
sure.
top right hand side? Great LMAO.
Great Leo.
My
Also,
father was
Ray,
great-
I
great
think
LMAO.
you might add this one to your list of games to look out for 2023. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm really glad that someone stepped up and decided not to fuck up like Sega did with the Jet Set Radio franchise for
Yeah.
all this time and not
Yeah.
making games
Yeah.
around it.
Yeah.
I'm also kind of surprised this one of all the games that like came out this year, Ray. I'm shocked you didn't play Roller Dome.
I was
Uh,
debating it, but like, you know what it is. I have. Dude, I'm just. If you only stream once a week, and this is for anybody, and you decide to go ahead and start games that are like 50 hours, just be prepared not to see the ending of that ever.
Hence why I have stopped doing long
Yeah,
game
same.
streams
Same.
unless I have a plan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like-
Okay, so it's past 9. We're at 9:15 now, and we still have to get through TV, movies, and our playlist. I'm just gonna
Yes.
do I'm just gonna do my top 5 TV and
Yeah, I
in one
was gonna
shot.
say, why don't we
Yeah.
just list all of our top fives and when it's our turn? So
Yeah,
and
so
probably
I'll
just
start
go
out
through
with
faster.
so at TV at number 5. I haven't finished it yet, and I was not a fan of the previous series, but the dragon show, House of Dragons, the Game of Thrones House of Dragons, for, the weird birth scenes aside, pretty freaking good.
I'm sorry,
Like
the
I
what
forgot
now?
House. Oh, there's some birthing scenes in that show that go
Oh
horribly
boy.
wrong,
Oh
horribly
no.
wrong. Yeah, so House of Dragon, real fucking good.
So Texas.
Yeah, Matt's they're not turfs though, or and, and they don't immediately. Well, I'm not gonna finish that joke.
Oh
I'm
no.
not a big Game of Thrones person, but it's also nice seeing a fantasy show with a budget.
Fair,
I'm
okay.
like I'm not naming any names. The Witcher. Number 4 is a Netflix original called Murderville, in which Will Arnett plays a detective who has to solve mysteries with a new guest every week. The question is the thing is though the guest does not have a script, so it's all improv. Not every episode's good, but episode 2 has Marshawn Lynch of formerly of the Seattle Seahawks as the special guest star.
My God.
And he
How much
realized,
cursing?
well, first off, he decides his name is Detective Bag a Bitch because
Okay, one.
when he arrests you, he's like Bag a Bitch. But he also realizes the rules of the show and makes everyone bow to his will,
My
which is
Lord.
incredible.
I
And
mean-
which they in episode 3, their guest gets immediately bullied for even trying that. Number 3 is Harley Quinn, the animated series, season 3, which was very, very good. The animation budget was definitely affected by several Warner Brother buyouts. So that's my only complaint. Still really fucking good TV. Very, very gay in ways that a lot of TV aren't, and that rules. Number 2 is HBO Max's Rehearsal, which is the
Mm.
most tensest and confused I've been by a TV show in a while. Would have been my number 1 if the ending didn't fucking. I never seen a show kiss someone ass so much. I'm sorry, never seen a show not directed by David Lynch kiss someone ass so much. And if had Peacemaker not come out this year, which is by far the most compelling TV I've seen this year. John Cena and John Cena's giant penis and John Cena's giant eagle, all ruled ass. Yeah, go watch fucking Peacemaker. It rules. That's my top 5.
All right. All right.
Damn, you went fast.
Yeah, listen, we gotta make up time.
I know.
We got blast roll this.
Who's next?
All right, that leads it to me. So top 5. This is a hard one because like I've been watching a lot of TV. I've been watching like rewatching old stuff. But we're gonna kick it off with number 5, Abbott Elementary. I literally caught this like middle of this year. One of my coworkers like told me about it. It's like, this is like show if you ever watched like The Office or like Parks and Rec. This is like a mockumentary TV show sitcom where it takes place in Philadelphia with like second grade teacher is going around trying to like starting out working in Philadelphia in a predominantly black school. There's a lot of like good like social commentary stuff happening in the whole show, but it also features fucking Tyler James Williams. You know Tyler James Williams. You know who he played as earlier in 2002, 3, 4, 5, 6, one of those years. Everybody hates Chris.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
shit.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
The
that guy.
the UPN/CW original.
Yeah. He grew up and he grew out and he looked
Good for him. Good for him.
Amazing.
so much
Damn.
that everyone's hitting on in that show, and I'm like, yeah,
Amazing. All right. All right.
well, yeah, even for like an ABC mockumentary show, it's pretty funny, that's my 5. Number 4, Bleach: The Thousand Wear Blood War.
Oh.
Was not expecting that. Okay, what's the
Shit.
Dynamo?
Oh.
It's
Holy
good.
shit!
Huh.
It's so there's only like what 5 well, actually no, there's 7 episodes right now, and they're all fucking action packed. There's no like slow point. And even for like some of the slow points, it's like pretty emotional. It's got me into rereading all of Bleach now. And Tom, I know you finished reading it. I know you finished reading it, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
please don't spoil this for me, Tom. Please don't spoil this for me. I'm like,
Mhm.
are they about to kill such and such person? I'm like, but anyways, Bleach Thousand Year Blood War,
Okay.
amazing as hell. Number 4, number 3, Chainsaw Man.
Ooh, back to back Shonen Jump gang.
I'm on my anime shit again, man. Chainsaw Man fucking hella good. I just reading the manga because of Tom, because of other people. Hella good animation. Mappa fucking blowing out the fucking
Papa
water.
knocked
I
it out
don't
of the
know.
fucking
Oh
park.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh.
how many people
Oh.
that you had to like fucking kidnap to get the money to like make a fucking ending theme for every episode. Amazing as hell. Number 2, Chrissy mentioned it, Peacemaker.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say. John Cena's big ass tongue, amazing. Top 10.
The John Cena,
Peacemaker.
the Peacemaker, aka the John Cena Schmeat Show.
Yeah. And number 1,
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
All right, all right.
Not surprised. That's not a shocker, but yeah.
Big agreeing.
Yeah.
Nah, fucking shocking series finale. Oh my god. There is one episode where, Tom, when you get to it,
You're gonna be
please.
hearing from me.
there is an episode about Goofy that, Tom, when you watch it, I need to have a long
wait,
discussion
okay,
about.
so for the rest of us who don't watch ATL, aka Atlanta, is that Goofy as in the dog in Kingdom Hearts, or is that a character in the show named Goofy?
Yeah. No,
No, it's a Disney
yes.
character.
Yes. The actual Disney character.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I'm excited.
I-
I'm excited.
All right.
Seriously, like Glover and Hera have just like been killing it in the writing department.
He really put his whole ankle into that bitch. Filmed both season 3 and 4 at the same time, right during the pandemic. Still managed to pull out a fucking banger. Like, everyone was like pretty critical about season 3. I'm like, oh, how come like most of the episodes are like not featuring like the main characters or whatever? I'm like, it's a slow build. And it definitely.
It also
shows, like, the
didn't
last,
have to
like,
have the
that.
main character to tell something about their lives. Like
Yeah.
season 3 was real fucking good, to the point where like me and Trevor were just watching episodes of it, and we got like 4 of our friends hooked when we were having our week in Provincetown.
Yeah.
We got so many
But
people
then
hooked
for
on
s-
that show.
Yeah, but then I guess they like figured, all right, we're gonna get real weird with like season 3, and then season 4 we went back to like the main characters or whatever, and they've like ended some like story arcs with like some of the characters. There's like one thing that I'm like really wish I would have found out more about, but
If-
overall,
If you
Atlanta
want to
season
know
4,
what kind of a season it is, the very first thing that happens is Lakeith Stanfield gets chased by a Karen on a little jazzy scooter with a knife
And
because she
it's-
thinks he stole an air fryer that he went in to return. And that is a running B story through the entire episode,
Oh my
good.
god.
and it's so
That's
good.
incredible.
so
That's very
good.
good. All right. Let's raise next.
Hey,
All right.
your top 5.
For the stipulation on the top 5, let me ask a question. Am
Yeah.
I able to put in something that ended in 2021 on December 22nd?
Yes.
Hold out.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So with that, number 5 is the Hawkeye series.
Ooh.
Mhm. We'll allow it. We always allow Hawkeye in here.
We do love a Hawkeye.
I want to go ahead and say that, by the way, in this list, Disney Plus earned their money for me this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, this
Yeah.
is. I might as well go ahead and get sponsored by Disney Plus at this point for this fucking list.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
so
spoilers,
here's-
right? I'm the same way. It's a lot of Disney Plus. It's a lot of anime for me. But go on.
So what I always said about Marvel doing superhero things, like very popular character that everyone knows the history of and everything like that, give them a movie. Characters that maybe they don't know like the the history or like their intricacies or anything like that, give them a fucking series, and they're gonna love the character. Like people know the history of Daredevil, but like Daredevil's not movie worthy. Ben Affleck, but the series was fucking baller.
Siri, how do I fight Ray? That movie sucked. I'm just saying Daredevil deserves movies. Daredevil deserves the best.
No. I mean, Daredevil deserved the series to flesh out his character, and then deserves to be in movies.
Yes.
Like, I wanted them
Charlie
to get
Cox,
to know
though,
Daredevil before they
Yes.
throw them.
We
in
want
there.
that
Like,
Cox.
yeah, exactly.
I want to see Charlie Cox's cock.
I mean, who are you? Who are you, Jennifer Walters?
All right.
Yes,
but
probably, I don't know.
But I am very glad, and especially, and Chris can go ahead and agree because of the freaking Hawkeye series.
Yeah.
I am very glad the way that they went with that Hawkeye series.
Okay, real
Like it was,
okay, real good.
it was so good, and I mean, it's a year, so like, I mean, you guys had time to watch this when they brought back Wilson Fisk.
Yeah, I mean, also like they added
And
they announced a new Daredevil show and a new Echo show. So like,
Yeah,
this is
it's like- like, awesome.
Also, Vincent D'Onofrio is just so fucking good as.
I'm also
as
sure
the-
he spoiled that for like 5 people too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna get to the part where if Chef has a bunch of Disney Plus shows on there, I think we're gonna have a bunch of overlap.
There might be a few. There might be a few.
Number four, the Book of Boba Fett.
Ooh, interesting. All right, all right.
Okay. Number one, I'm a big Star Wars nerd. So the unfortunate thing is, oh god, the fan base is so fucking like, they're insufferable. But I do kind of like the fact of a redemption story, like with
Yeah.
like it. I mean, it kind of was. I will say this. It was kind of weird that he was like, okay, well, I got eaten by a Sarlacc. I'm gonna change my ways. Like that was kind of like a little odd and everything like that. But I can kind of see it. Because, like, who the fuck wants to get eaten by a Sarlacc for a fucking Jabba the Hutt? But
Well, I will say, Ray, I will say this: Book of Boba Fett was also kind of Mandalorian season 2.5.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
also the Mandalorian season 2.5, especially because, well, I mean, he showed up anyway.
Yeah,
But I am actually, because I was kind of curious about what the hell was going to happen with Boba Fett, because I was kind of a fan of Boba Fett. Except for when they wrote those fucking Children of the Jedi books, and they.
So like, do those actually exist, or are you playing a prank on us?
They really exist. They're not canon. They're part of Star Wars Legends, but they do exist. They're about fucking Luke and Leia's shitty fucking children, and
Lord.
Okay,
Oh,
you can, Han. You mean Han and Leia's shitty children?
yeah, sorry, Han and Leia.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, that would be a problem. Never mind.
Luke and
Han and
Leia
Leia-
are
yeah.
from
Sorry,
Kentucky.
sorry. Han and Leia's stupid shitty children. I wanted to say that like everything with that lately that's about the Skywalkers is just kind of like annoying at this fucking point.
What are you talking
But,
about?
like-
Everyone loved Rise of Skywalker. No one had any complaints. If you go online, if you go online and say I love Rise of Skywalker,
I had to pay.
no neck tube or a shitty
had to-
neck beard or a shitty channel will
I
yell at
will.
you.
I will say this.
I had to pay 2 times to watch that movie.
Oh no!
no.
And because
Oh, no.
the first time was an agreement between me and Alex, like where we watch all the new movies that came out, like on day one, we get the tickets and everything like that, and we both got out of the movie and we were just like, "What the fuck was that?" And then, like a couple days later, my mom calls. She's like, "Oh, I want to go see, the Rise of Skywalker." I'm like, "So by yourself, right?" She's like,
Hi,
"No, I
Ray.
want you to come with me." I'm like, I was just like.
So
And she's like, "You sound like you don't want to go with me." I'm like, "No, I don't mind going to the movies with you. I just don't want to go see this."
I will say this as someone who has had to defend The Last Jedi way too many times.
Big Sam.
And Chef
Yeah, Big Sam.
actually gave me a couple of ways of re-looking at that movie that made me appreciate it in ways I did not initially think about. That's the nice thing I'm gonna say about Rise of Skywalker. Wait, sorry, one other thing I'm gonna say nice about Rise of Skywalker. Watching Ian McDiarmid chew the fucking scene is always a good thing. I love watching that man go full 400 million % Palpatine, and I will unironically I like that part
The
of the movie.
single best casting for is Ian McDermott as Palpatine.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. Let's do it.
Okay, and following right behind that is Kenobi. Now,
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Kenobi could have gotten second, but I will be one of the people that said it was kind of slow at the start, but it picked up steam really quick. Like the first two
Yeah.
episodes was kind of
Mhm,
kind of
mhm.
slow, but then it picked up and it was like, there we go, we're good. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. I hated everyone bitching about Riva and
Oh God.
bitching about Riva for literally all the wrong reasons. It's like because like a lot of people are like, oh great, it's an emotional woman. Oh great, you know, she's just like spiteful and hateful. I'm like, she's an Inquisitorius.
Uh-huh.
She aligns with the Sith. What do you think they're supposed to be?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're
Mm-hmm.
literally trying to fucking kill each other for fucking, you know, promotions.
They
Like,
couldn't have missed the point any further if they
do
were
you
aiming for a point beyond Pluto. God damn it.
like at this point I just want to ask, do they just like read the shit? Like
Do they know?
read or watch it
Does
like
he
at
know?
all? Ugh. But no, I enjoyed it, especially the fucking end. The end fucking ruled.
Nobody was
I really, the only way that scene could have been more perfect is if Kenobi shouted, "It's over, Anakin! I have the low ground."
yes.
I think I would have
Yes.
I would have lost my shit.
Yeah, big Sam. Big
Can I
Sam.
interject real quick? At PAX Unplugged, there was a weird indie booth thing that was selling a Star Wars booth called a Star Wars zine called "It's Over, Anakin. I have the high ground." And my favorite thing about that was like, "Don't tell Reed Popper selling this here." Was the sign they had on like that. Anyway, proceed.
Yeah, like the character, but honestly, Riva was good as a character, and I like how like they gave her like kind of a beginning and a good end, like because it just made fucking sense. And I will say this, um, the other best thing about that scene, and this is one of the many things that has flooded Brooklyn in my jism, was Vader and the ship.
Yes.
Oh,
Fuck
don't-
yes.
Darth Vader's
Mhm.
a Star Wars spoiler. God.
Yeah, it that scene, and then the fight right after it was. I was just like, done, good. All right, number 2, Moon Knight.
Yep.
Noted. Not enough ketamine. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I was about to say the only thing that could have made that better if there was ketamine in the show. Like, everything about that show was fucking great, though. And
Yeah.
again, it's one of those characters where like, oh, like maybe a lot of people that are just getting into Marvel don't know anything about him besides the funny memes with him and ketamine.
Press the button, go.
I have
God,
my
$20
Mjolnir.
Moon
Mjolnir. I
Knight
have
posting undefeated.
Mjolnir. No, Mjolnir. I have the big hammer. Anyway. But was well, yeah, I mean, Moon Knight's not for everybody, but that shit was for me, and I loved the fuck out of it.
Definitely fair.
My only minus the ketamine, which obviously they're not going to do because Moon Knight's not actually on ketamine. I'm kind of upset we never got it. So here's the thing: I hate ghost scene, in which he just there's a bit of the comic where he's harassed by a bunch of British punk ghost teenagers. So he breaks into a museum, steals a bunch of bones, and the first words in the comic, which is now like 10 pages in, is "So here's the thing: I hate ghosts," and then proceeds to beat the shit out of these shitty teens for like 5 more pages. Very good, very good.
Yeah, but yeah, go watch it. I hope there is more Moon Knight.
There is. They confirmed that.
They
They
did?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Fantastic. All right, number 1, and if you disagree with me, go fuck yourself. This is number 1, and I'll be honest, I'm only on episode 8 because I just became very busy because of the holidays.
Yeah.
Andor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
No
kids-
ifs,
kids
ands,
seem to
ors
be-
about it.
Yeah, I need to watch that show because I heard it's real fucking good. And
Andor's
Like-
real fucking good.
I'm glad they
they
I'm
all
glad
heard
they went with the premise of Rogue One. It's like minimal amount of force or of regular people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God, it's so fucking good. Like one of the things I actually liked about playing KOTOR.
Right.
I mean not KOTOR, Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Okay.
SWTOR, sorry.
Same.
Is that
That
it
sounds
had
ridiculous.
like you were able to play as like Imperial intelligence and like bounty hunters and everything like that, and the stories are really fleshed out. And Imperial intelligence, like if you read some books, there's some really good shit that can happen within it. Kinda glad that they went this route, and the pacing on it is drastically different than literally the 2 fucking shows that I listed beforehand, and it made you want to come back. Although, damn, he got dicked over in episode 6. He was like, "I got all this money." No, you don't, man. You going to prison.
Hooray.
It's
But,
nice to have
no,
Star
it's
Wars
really
properties
good.
that doesn't have Skywalker's dicks coming on and
Yeah.
going.
What
Yeah,
if we
I-
take
I-
these Jedi and
No.
throw them off the cliff?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love Star Wars shows where I don't have to deal with the fucking Skywalkers again. Like, I'm kind of tired of them at this point. Like,
Yeah.
we don't
Why is it that anytime something happens, it's always you two?
I like the meme where it's like they show like the end of episode 6, well now episode 6, and it's like Yoda and Obi-Wan's Force Ghosts come out. It's like, it's nice to know that they defeated the Empire. It's great. Should we tell them Palpatine's alive? Nah, they'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out. It's fine. Don't worry
Look,
about
the
it.
Ewoks
Minor
are doing
detail. Minor
those
detail.
little bears are doing a little dance. Don't interrupt them.
Yeah, it's fine.
So honorable mention,
Yeah.
She-Hulk. I just didn't. finish
She-Hulk,
She-Hulk
yeah.
yet.
She-Hulk,
I haven't.
good.
I have not
Yeah,
finished
yeah.
She-Hulk yet. That's the only reason I didn't put it in the list. I
Man.
put Andor in there because, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're 2 different shows, but I already know kind of how Andor ends somewhat because it's fucking Cassian Andor. Go watch Rogue One, you nerds. But yeah.
What does Daredevil? Does there show up? We all know Daredevil shows up in She-Hulk, right? That's
Yeah.
a big spoil. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I
Marvel
haven't
spoiled
gone that
that
far,
shit
but
for
I
us,
do
yeah.
know that.
Does he show up the second to last episode or the two out from the last
I couldn't tell you.
one? Trevor sort of, right?
the last 2 got a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh no, I really like everything, but like I was when Daredevil showed up, like this is actually really funny.
I really,
I like She-Hulk a whole bunch. Second to last, yeah, okay.
yeah, like I said, I haven't finished it, but I really like how everyone's bitching about it. It's like, why is the outfit yellow, whatever. I'm like, oh my fucking, pick up a fucking comic book. Jesus
Comic book,
fucking
please.
shit.
Fucking, I like the I like it's me comics Christy putting on the comic back then. I like most of Daredevil's costumes. Daredevil pretty after Spider-Man, pretty good on costumes.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
Team
like-
Red.
I'm really just kind of like tired of people like, for instance, there were a couple of people that were complaining about, oh god, they made Captain Falcon Captain America so that they can have a black Captain America. I'm like, oh my
yeah.
fucking god, read a comic book, read a fucking book,
Yeah.
read a motherfucking book.
Where deodorant?
Where do you?
It's I've been gaming. We're deodorant. We can't. That's not a comment on his.
No, that's not a that's not a comment on him.
It's a joke from earlier that we're not going to explain because I'm white. Moving on. Tom, what's your top 5 TV of 2022?
All right. So I'm gonna knock off a couple of ones that have already been mentioned. Peacemaker.
Yes.
John Schmina asked me if I wanted to see him, if I wanted to watch him beat his Schmeat in episode 2, and I was hooked, and it just got better and better from there. Atlanta. I am not done with the season yet, but everything about season 3 I loved. And I'm gonna go through 2 that I know Chef is at least gonna agree with me with. Gundam Witch of Mercury. I have not been so invested in a fucking Gundam.
Oh, it's so good.
That's
I-
actually
so-
my honorable mention.
so-
Like I never been into like watching Gundam all that much, and like this got me back
What was
into
that?
watching it
What was
again.
that Gundam we partially watched at John Con?
I
know
Hathaway.
Hathaway.
Hathaway, real good.
Yeah.
That was also really solid.
I gotta go watch Hathaway.
It's
And then
good.
after that, Witch of Mercury.
Witch of Mercury. It normally, kids in high school is like the fastest way for me to go. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. Not this one. This one's really good. All the characters are solid. It's gay as fuck.
What
it
about
is-
gay?
But what about the
Also,
majesty of
Choo
Gundam?
Choo.
But what about the majesty of Gundam Wing?
I will say this, Ray. You sent me that one clip from episode 1, the first episode of Gundam Wing, where he just ripped up
Oh god.
the invite and goes, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and I have not laughed so fucking hard.
Gundam Wing is not good. Absolutely watch Gundam Wing because that show is a fever dream.
Listen, Gundam Wing is not even in like the top 10 of Gundams.
No.
Is it a good watch to sometimes laugh at? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'm looking at my $135 Blu-ray of G Gundam. I completely agree with the sentiment.
It's I was about to say it's like
Oh,
watching
no.
G Gundam and laughing because you're seeing a fucking windmill.
Yeah.
Is She Gundam racist as hell, buddy? You bet it. Should you watch She Gundam? Absolutely.
Yes. Speaking of G Gundam, Witcher Mercury has
And
a punch.
I will say this also. I still think the #1 Gundam of all time is Wing Zero Custom because I'm fucking filthy trash.
Hey, it's a good Gundam. It's a solid fucking design.
Tom, go back to talk about a good Gundam, please.
So Choo Choo does a punch, does a hit that would
Like that?
make Master Asia fucking blush, and it's the
Ooh.
best. It's the best punch. I'm glad I got so many people into the show, and it's only gotten better and better, and then more depressing, and then better and better and better
Yeah.
since.
Classic
I haven't. As soon as I'm done with this podcast, I'm watching this week's episode and seeing how emotionally compromised I can get. Because
Sounds like a fun
goddamn.
time.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do just a couple of mixed things. Starting with the first thing that dropped literally in January, Smiling Friends, which was the
Was that this year?
fucking fruit flies. Swear to
my
God.
yeah.
Yeah.
Beginning of January, we were watching it at Magfest. Or no, we
Okay.
would have been watching it at Magfest if I
okay,
had actually
yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
But no, Smiling Friends was like January, and
Okay.
might be the best cartoon that dropped. I will still watch it. Like I've watched that more than I've watched like almost anything else this year because it just makes me feel good and laugh, and god damn it, it's so fucking it's so fucking funny.
Minus the episode where was it they get stuck in Mexico or
I
Brazil?
laughed my ass off during that one because that just reminds me.
It's
It gave
not
me
funny. Oh, I had trauma for that episode. I felt that one.
yeah,
I was
it gave me con trauma, but I
Yeah.
have never laughed. I'm like, oh, it's just so good, and I cannot wait for more seasons of it. And
Yeah, I do
like,
like it a
God,
lot.
it's just so nice to see fucking like after knowing that like Oni NG and Psychic Pebbles have been trying to like make a cartoon on Adult Swim now for like a decade, seeing it finally come to fruition, seeing like animators and cartoonists actually like doing all the work. I will still quote so many of those episodes, and like even like Mr. Frog just makes me laugh so fucking much. It's one of the few shows that I will watch clips of YouTube.
Oh, Mr. Frog,
all
maybe
the time.
maybe the best episode in that season.
So
No,
let's
I'm sorry,
see.
it's the fantasy, the one that they hang out with Frodo. That's the best one.
Yes. Oh my god. Yep. And what's his name from Salad Fingers just doing the shrimp voice. Shrimpina.
Something.
More for me.
that little green dude that spits is my favorite.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I don't want to. I don't want to bring the topic back around the G Gundam real
Oh, you know what? Bring the topic down back to G Gundam.
because
God
I
damn
want
it.
to. I think now that we're older, we can now go ahead and laugh about this. Chibbity Crockett.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want. You know how they all become like everyone there gets like a suit because they become like the new Life versus King of Hearts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
still hilarious to this day that he became the Queen of Spades.
The Shuffle Alliance,
All
yeah.
the wrong fucking reasons.
You know what? I'm not gonna make that joke. I'm not gonna make that joke.
we all know
Not gonna make that
that.
joke. Yeah.
Let's take that
Trevor-
joke, Ray.
Trevor, back away. Trevor knows what's up.
Okay.
And good job, Chibbity.
Oh my lord in heaven.
Smiling friends.
Smiling Friends. So many. I have Akiba Maid War has been really fun for anime. It is just if you want a 35-year-old maid with fucking gun kata and just violence, it is surprisingly a really fun anime. Mob Psycho 100, saw that mentioned in chat. New season's fucking
Yeah.
phenomenal. I'm glad that Mob Psycho 100 is slowly like eclipsing One Punch Man as like the best thing that dude has done. Not that I have nothing against One Punch Man, but I think Mob is the better show. Chainsaw Man, like Trevor was saying, loving that. This is the season that I've watched the most anime
Same.
in ages.
It's a very busy
Yep.
fall anime season, honestly.
On High Dive, I've been watching Akiba Maid War. I've been watching the Urusei Yatsura reboot, which is so fucking good, and the David production opening is so good. And speaking of David Pro, Stone Ocean. Oh, I was up till 8 in the morning last night watching the last bits of Stone
Oh my
Ocean,
God.
and there's so much that I want to talk about, and I can't talk about it because it just came out like
Yeah.
2 fucking days ago. But I want to talk about it so people watch it, get to the last episode, and scream like I did.
Absolutely.
God
yes.
damn, it's so good. It's so
Oh.
good. What else? So on like the more TV show side of things, I still have to like I was coherent for 2 episodes of it. I didn't remember watching I was definitely drunk on Migos for the rest of it, but Our Flag Means Death. Really fucking solid outing
I have
from
takes on that show.
I enjoyed it. I was also, like I said, blasted on Migos and sliding into DMs,
Yeah,
so that
same
was
here.
that was
Yeah,
fun.
baby.
One that I'm pretty sure no one's gonna mention besides me, Slasher, the TV series from Shudder, did a season called Flesh and Blood. Slasher is like a horror anthology show where each season's a different a completely different cast of characters. There's like I think one reoccurring character in all of them. Season 4 is basically a take on like And Then They Were One, where people locked on an island, and a little bit of the Umineko fan in me also kind of like liking it. But the craziest thing about it is David Cronenberg is the head of the household, and I love seeing David Cronenberg act. It's really good. I definitely recommend. If you have Shudder, I definitely recommend watching it. It was one of the ones that kind of took I was surprised with how much I actually dropped into it. And then I don't know where to put documentaries in. It's a multi-episode documentary, so I guess I'm gonna drop it here instead of the movie section. The Woodstock 99 documentary on Netflix was really good if you like documentaries and seeing people talk shit about Fred Durst.
Cannot relate.
It was really good, and just seeing how dumb all that was put together. It's like I'm amazed not more people died during that.
What great praise. Is that your top 5 then?
I'm gonna leave with 2 more. One I have only watched like 3 episodes of, and I need to watch more of it. But I might make it the next thing I watch after Atlanta, and that's Severance.
Severance bad good.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Bad good.
funny thing about Severance. So I found out like last week before I flew out for Texas for Thanksgiving that where I work, my job over on 88th Street, Birch was closed for Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, because Severance was actually filming their next season in
shit.
the area, and they also filmed like a scene in our actual store, which is
Oh,
fucking
shit.
wild. And I only just found out about this a day before I'm leaving. I'm like, shit, I could have just fucking stayed another fucking day, because 2 of my coworkers just ended up becoming extras for Severance. That's fucking wild.
Oh.
And the last thing on my list, the funniest thing of the entire year, the January 6th committees. I'm just kidding. It's The Bear. I love The Bear.
Yeah.
The Bear, it gave me the most anxiety I've ever had while watching the show. But man, that is it's 8 episodes, all of them are good. Definitely like if you anyone in the restaurant business or retail, you are gonna get some fucking PTSD, but I swear to Christ it's worth it.
Okay.
And that's my TV spiel.
Okay.
Nice.
Jeff, your top 5.
A whole bunch of them have already been mentioned, but so I'm just gonna very quickly go through them.
Okay.
Spy X Family, very good. Spy X Family is very, very good. Read the manga, watch the anime. I can't say enough good things about Spy X Family. It's amazing. Mob Psycho 100 also incredible. Kenobi, utterly fantastic. Chainsaw Man, literally everybody said was what I was gonna say anyway. Chainsaw Man fucking rules. Mappa, I don't know how the fuck you did that, but thank you. And honestly, yo, this was a toss up for my number one spot. It was either gonna be Moon Knight or Andor, but I had to give it to Andor because
Yeah, yeah.
it fucking
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
excited to sit down with Andor because, like, fucking, I heard people. So, Smedrix echoed a lot of my points about what I didn't like about Rogue One, what I liked about Rogue One, and people were like, "Yeah, no, it's what you wanted from Rogue One." I'm like, "Oh, it's exactly what I wanted to hear." So I'm gonna watch that between the holiday break this year because I heard it's real fucking good, and I'm real excited.
Andor's real fucking good. Andor's
Yeah.
real fucking good.
I'm
100%.
very excited for more like grounded Star Wars. You know, I like the Space Wizards and all, but sometimes you need a break from
Yeah.
Space Wizards. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
I
also
agree.
Damn, Zayram, same hat. Also
gonna say-
mentioned Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Zero mentioned Strange New Worlds for Star Trek, and now I gotta ask, when did Lower Decks come out?
So there was a season this year.
21.
Because
I
that
think
season
it's
one.
every year, right? I think.
Yeah.
Is it- yeah.
Yeah, there was a season this year, so you definitely could have put the
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I
most
only
recent
I've
season
only
on
watched the
Lower
first
Decks.
episode.
I have not watched a recent season.
I
just
have
yet.
not watched Lower
But,
Decks at all,
I have-
but I hear nothing but good things
It's-
about
Oh,
it.
Lower
Uh,
Decks.
sh-
I'm not a Star Trek person. Like,
Yeah.
not that I don't like it. It's just that there's so much content. I have so
Yeah.
little time.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Same.
want to watch Star Trek. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I just don't even know where to fucking
Yeah.
start with that.
Right.
I did watch Lower Decks though, and not knowing anything about Star Trek, I love the fuck out of that. Now I know that Star Trek is nothing like Lower Decks, but
I mean, it's not
like I'm
not
talking
bad,
about
yeah.
like one's like sci-fi and serious. The other one is
Yeah.
sci-fi but a comedy.
Right. It
That's what I
doesn't
mean
doesn't
by
do
that.
Star Trek a disservice, to put it that way.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
I
no,
will
I-
also I will also recommend one last thing. Speaking of Paramount Plus, not a sponsor, but could be. Players is a fakely Legends esports mockumentary on player
Oh,
on
yeah.
Paramount Plus, done by the people who did the fucking Funny or Die mockumentaries for Netflix. Watch that shit immediately. There are some like you have to be like that's like that Rick and Morty meme. You have to know fairly a lot about esports and like LOL to get the jokes, but those jokes fucking crush, crush. It's really fucking good. It's made for Chef, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
All right. So should we do movies? Same thing. We'll aim our top 5 and then move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So, top 5. My first one was in theaters this year and on Paramount Plus. It's a rom-com called Lost City, starring Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, and Daniel Radcliffe. It's super good, actually. The action scenes were really fun. It's a throwback to like those late '80s, early '90s like rom-coms.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's a Blinky you're missing Brad Pitt cameo in that movie. I don't want to spoil for everyone because stuff happens. Yeah, it's just very good. I watched 2 movies of Brad Pitt this year, and I enjoyed them both. This and Bullet Train. This one made me laugh super hard. There's some jokes that go super good in this one, so I like that one. Number 4. Speaking of movies that made me laugh, Bodies, Bodies, Bodies was an A24 slasher comedy. There was an insult so devastating, I still quote it, and it is, "You have the personality of a Google spreadsheet."
Oh, that's where that's
Uh,
from.
Yeah, and fucking it's like you say like, "Oh, that's not really that funny out of context." I've known people who've used that insult before, and they're that type of person. Also, Pete Davidson's death is once it's revealed is fucking like piss your pants funny. Speaking of peeing your pants, number 3, Barbarian, also down HBO Max. The whole
Mhm.
premise is basically 2 people get the same Airbnb, and then things go off the rail. I am not going to speak about that because the less you know, the better. I saw that on a empty theater on Thursday night with Amanda and like some other rando, and holy shit, it's really fucking good. Eh, Watch a trailer if you want. Don't Google much after
Yeah.
that.
I
Number 2,
appreciate
yeah,
you and Tom not telling me anything about it. Just go watch it.
there's God. What? The only thing fucking I will say to you, Trevor, that Tom said to me was just a long gang, and that makes no sense unless you see this
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, when
Uh,
I saw that
yeah.
on the plane, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Fucking one of the number 2, God, fucking. So I really wish this was released in theaters, but I get why not. A lot of legal fun stuff, but it's Prey,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the new
yeah.
Predator movie. Holy shit. If there's any movie that makes an excuse for practical effects, it's this one. It's gorgeous. It's incredibly well active. It's just like they don't make sci-fi horror action movies like this anymore. Is the best way to put it. As someone who loves the Predator movies, but like hasn't gotten a really good Predator movie in a decade plus, Prey fucking slaps. It's on Hulu. Watch it immediately. Watch it in the native language. English is fine too, but yeah, Prey real fucking good. Number one, so I there's a lot of good movies that came out this year that I mentioned. I didn't mention Nope. I didn't mention Batman. I didn't mention friggin' Bill Bull Train was fun. I'm missing. I haven't seen everywhere once. I haven't seen Glass Onion. But without a doubt, the one movie I can't think of without fucking like dying on the inside is Jackass. Jackass Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to watch that with Tom and Ray in the same room, and they were struggling to breathe. Was a term I came up several times because there are some jokes.
Before the movie started, we were like, this was a John Con. We were all in the same room. My girlfriend was there too. We were like, we're all going to watch Jackass.
Yeah.
My girlfriend gets up, looks at all of us like, okay, I'm literally just gonna go do anything else, and then just walk out.
Yeah, no, Jackass Forever. Holy shit. Whatever I think, whatever what happens there to Eric Andre, who knows the rules of the show and still gets got. Good.
Like,
Yeah.
I think like if that movie was bad, I would have just been devastated by what my girlfriend said.
I don't think that there's a version of that movie that like because like it's
But
the fourth one. It's the fourth
it
one
was
of those.
good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It's the
Yeah,
fourth
it
one of
was
those.
good.
So the science is there. It's gonna work out. But
It-
it's
the-
also
oh-
oddly charming, you know, in a way.
Yeah. And also Danger Aaron gets punched in the ding ding a whole lot.
He sure does. He sure does.
And I think the funniest moment for me in terms of like the hype for it is just Poopies on the ladder with the sledgehammer. Stands up going, "My name is Poopies and I'm gonna show me," and he
breaking up a
like
little
swings the hammer down and knocks him off. And
Time to cutting
you're
out.
cutting
time
in
to
and
cut
out.
Yeah.
okay, hold on a second. It should
Right.
be stabilizing.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no. I
Okay.
think my internet just took a quick dip
Yeah.
in the pool. I was not using the voice mod effect again, I swear.
Okay. Yeah.
But no, it was Poopies on the ladder going, "My name is Poopies and I'll show me," and he just swings the hammer down and knocks him off the ladder.
I need to watch this fucking movie, man.
It's so
Jesus
good.
Christ.
Also-
I'll show me.
Also, Tony Hawk gets sprayed with a whole lot of like bull cum, and with all of the crypto shit he went into this year, it's so good to see that.
Yeah.
It's so fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, Jackass Forever, real fucking good. Easily the best movie I saw this year. No, apologies to like movies that are critically acclaimed and very good, but none of them had the line "I'll show me."
It's so good.
I mean, I just wake up and say that every morning before I go ahead and start my day.
Right, but there's no hammers or ding dongs involved.
Well, I mean, I do actually
Should
like
be.
my ding dongs, so
Yeah, well, when you get on that commitment, let me know. Anyway, that's my top five. I did that real fucking quick. Trevor, you're up.
Actually,
Top
let
five.
Chef because Chef got so many of Chef's movies were like already used. Pop Chef in for first.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna preface this by saying that I still don't trust physically going to a movie theater. So I swear that all of these movies were legally watched. I promise.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
streaming anything is possible.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not like they're Nintendo.
what's it called? Prey, very good.
Yes.
Christy touched on everything I really loved about Prey. Those practical effects were holy shit, very good. Goddamn. But yeah, Christy said everything that I wanted to about Prey already. Prey was very good. Dragon Ball Superheroes fucking rules.
Yeah, it did.
Mhm.
Yeah, it did.
Dragon Ball Superheroes is real fucking good. Piccolo finally gets his moment in the spotlight, which is long overdue. My
Piccolo.
God.
Number one mega dad of the year, 2022. Piccolo.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yeah. No. What? God. Oh, Dragon Ball Superheroes is really good. It would have been my best, my highest rated anime movie of the year. Had One Piece Film Red not dropped the same fucking year.
Yep.
Damn.
It,
Yep.
Because
there's-
One
there's no-
Piece Film Red is holy shit, it's amazing. I'm not gonna spoil anything about it, but it's fucking good. You should go watch it.
That's a pretty solid promise.
Zypher, I don't think we're doing anything with spoilers, really. I think we're.
No,
I think
we're
I
not.
think that's I think it's a
Yeah.
goof.
They were
I think
making a jokey joke.
he's doing-
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no, One Piece Film Red is fucking great. Oh my god, absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, I actually quite enjoyed a lot.
Same here.
It's wild that Sam Raimi tricked a whole ass company into letting him make Evil Dead 4. Let's put it out there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Honestly, Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. I thought I was done with the MCU. I think I'm kinda am done with the MCU bullshit at this point. But Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness was legitimately a good fucking time.
You're
It
not.
really is.
Yeah, you're not the only one in that mindset because a lot
Yeah.
of people are just like not feeling this particular section of it.
I,
Yeah.
they,
But
Infinity
it's like,
Yeah.
what can you do after Infinity War? It's
Yeah,
kinda
I mean,
hard.
I mean,
Well, the
this seems to be unfortunately like the setup section. So
Yeah.
it's like kind of think of it like filler.
this it,
And then
feels-
it kind
it
of
definitely
is.
feels like
Kind
the
of
oh god, I hope the Fox deal goes through because it's like we have to care about
Oh,
Ant-Man
yeah.
again. We have
Yeah.
to care
It
about a
sure
bunch of shit.
feels that way.
Because
Yeah.
you know the minute Deadpool comes out, they're like, yeah, fuck Ant-Man or
Like-
Eternals 2. Here are the X-Men. This is all you want. This is all
Like,
you want
Yeah,
now.
that's it.
Like I don't even know if Quantumanium is out yet or when it's coming
No,
out.
that's like
God,
February.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
February.
just like I can't believe you actually introduced a season where you're going to make me actually care about Kang the Conqueror.
Oh,
But-
don't say that. Don't say that. You don't care about Kang the Conqueror. You care
I know,
about Paul
no one-
Rudd.
Who
No one-
actually,
I was
who
about to say,
actually
no one
gives a
cares
shit
about
Kang the
No
Conqueror?
one gives a shit
one.
about much like how no
I
one actually gives a
actually like Jonathan Majors. He is
That's
an
different, though.
amazing.
Jonathan
Yeah,
Majors,
yeah.
That's different. Yeah.
That's different. That's different.
That's
I
totally
got,
different because he did a good job in
good hopes
Loki.
about him.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah,
that's like saying you care about Wonder Man. No one cares about Wonder Man.
Yeah, no, I know that's happening, and people are like,
Yeah.
"I'm mad that he's black
Yeah,
now." I was
I'm
like,
mad that he's black.
You're a liar. You're a liar. No one likes Wonder Man.
Like no, like I literally got up there. I'm like, the only way they could have made Wonder Man worse is they did the actual ultimate version of Wonder Man.
The only
'Cause that
good
was
version, the only good version of Wonder Man is Nathan Fillion playing him in MODOK, the Hulu show that no one but me watched.
Yeah. Yeah, my
Sounds like a couple
number one
episodes.
movie of 2022 actually came out very, very early this year.
Eh.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yep.
Okay, so that's all right. That came out this year.
Sonic the Hedgehog
so much
2.
content. Yeah.
Sonic 2. Listen, the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie, fucking amazing. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 somehow took that and made it even better. Mother of God.
I'm
It
sorry.
was
I'm not laughing at you, Chef.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm not laughing at you,
Yeah.
Chef.
Smedrick and I, Ray and I about the bully Smedrick while you talk about Sonic. Don't mind us.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. I
Two
totally
words,
see- I totally
Idris
saw-
fucking
I totally
Elba.
get you. I totally get you. But yeah, no, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is probably the best Sonic thing they've done lately. Like, I absolutely love both movies. 2 probably even more so, and it is literally the best thing. Also, Idris Elba as Knuckles is probably the best fucking casting decision I've ever seen.
They have
Oh my
sprinkles.
God.
Can I chime in on that real quick, Chef?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know Sonic fans are horny for Sonic. Like that's not a surprise. I'm just
Yeah.
surprised how the fucking Knuckles thirst alert went off the minute that casting happened. People were like, haha, wait, what? And then there's like a lot of sexy Knuckles art on my timeline, which is like, I
Oh,
didn't.
there's more. There was more thirsty Knuckles fan art on my timeline
Well,
when
that's the difference.
that happened.
That's
the difference between the chefs and the crusties.
Hey Ray, why did you get so jaded over Sonic? I don't know. When they discovered that people could become very horny.
There were a lot of people. I don't think I've seen as many people on my Twitter timeline immediately call him Daddy Knuckles than the day that casting was
Oh,
made public.
I didn't see that. Once again, the difference between your
I-
timeline and my timeline.
Everyone was seeing while
This is
that was
why-
happening.
We
Everyone
should've-
just wanted to hit that nussy.
We should have stayed.
That nuss.
This is-
I,
this is
Ray,
why-
how many
this is
cards can we get at once? Is my question.
This is why I just do not converse with anyone about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Like I just literally don't do it anymore.
I
So-
took second damage from Nussie. Not gonna lie.
So there were a lot of really good funny lines in that movie. Ben Schwartz did a couple of really like funny lines of Sonic.
Ben Schwartz.
Getting the original voice actress for Tails was really heartwarming, and goddamn, she fucking nailed it.
She did, yeah.
Idris
100%.
Elba earned his Idris Elba ended up being the funniest thing in that movie. Well, second funniest thing in that movie.
Second most funniest thing, yeah.
Because, and I'm not even talking about Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was really good too. But the funniest thing in that entire movie wasn't even in the movie itself. It was about a month and a half after the movie came out when Ken Penders tried to sue Sega because he claimed that they stole his idea. And that lawsuit and his immediate dismissal was the funniest fucking thing that movie could have done.
Oh, fuck Ken Penders.
Fuck Ken Penders.
I didn't spend too much time on the LP zone, but I missed the Penders the Penders reaction.
Penders React was my favorite fucking thing they programmed into any Discord.
To clarify, if you type in exclamation point Penders, they would post a random Ken Penders Knuckles panel, and I wish I could unsee some stuff.
But yeah,
those are my top 5 moves of 2022.
Right.
That is very, very solid. Also, go watch One Piece Film Red. Holy fuck.
I wanted to put Dragon Ball Z on my top 5, but this was a fucking loaded year for movies.
Yeah. No, I get you.
All right.
I need to actually see Dragon Ball Z. Like, I have not seen the new movie yet.
Dragon Ball
and I will explain why I haven't seen that, as well as a number of movies in a moment.
Okay. Do you want to go next? Then we'll do Tom and Trevor.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
fuck it, might as well, because I'm probably not gonna have too much to talk about.
I'm gonna get another drink, so I'll be right back.
I'm gonna preface this by saying,
Hi, Coffee Chef.
like Chef doesn't want to go to the movies because he doesn't feel safe because of COVID times and everything like that. I don't go to movie theaters by myself. I don't, because whenever I do, it's awful. Like, either someone's confrontational. Hell, there was a time where I went as a group when we went to go see Chrissy. We went as a group. We went to see, what was that movie with Will Ferrell running for that?
I wasn't there for that one. I know you're talking about like Election Day. I was there. I was out of town.
And a guy that's stuck in
Yes.
Two Tall Boys of Cobra wanted to actually start a fucking altercation with me in front of the group. And like, if that's not like the wildest shit that's happened to me when I go to a movie theater by myself, so I just don't go by myself.
That's fair.
That's fair.
So I want to go ahead and preface this that I have not seen Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
I have not
Same,
seen
actually.
Nope. I have not seen Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
And I want to see those. And they
Okay.
probably would get on this list if I did see them.
Mhm.
So please don't think I'm a fucking insane person. Anyway, I've only watched, ironically enough, out of all the movies I watch, only 5 of them that I've watched this year were from 2022. Some were older.
Okay.
Because of streaming services. So number 5,
fair.
obviously, Jackass Forever.
There we go. There we go.
yeah.
Jackass
There we
Forever.
go.
It's literally
I desperately want to watch that
I'll
movie.
show,
Oh my god.
I'll show
Quite
you.
quite
I'll show
honestly,
you,
after-
gang, gang.
Yeah, after you eat a lot of barbecue and get fucking drunk, that's like the best way to go ahead
It
and
really
end your
is.
night.
It really is.
I mean, it was all, everything's already said about it. I don't need to fucking talk about it. Number 4 is the Bob's Burgers movie.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
It
That was a fun
It's
movie.
enjoyable.
Yeah.
I like American animation when it's comedy.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was good. Like I was kind of worried that like shit would just be like reused or it'd be like a hashing of like like jokes and everything like that that's
Yeah.
already been done and crap like that.
Yeah.
Nope. Really good.
Yeah.
Everything very unique.
Mhm.
And I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
That was a lot. Yeah. It's like,
Even argue anything bad about it.
no, I just love the Fish Owner family. They are just the worst people, and I'm glad nothing's happened to
Yeah, they're fucking. Ugh.
them. Okay.
They probably smell like fish, actually.
Yeah, right. Or like
They
old,
probably do.
like gin and boiled goose. That's my fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely smell like boiled goose and fish. Number 5 is the Batman.
Batman. How do you say?
It was a good
The
Batman.
That
kinda
was-
Batman. I
Batman
honestly
was
that
real-
movie
I
dropped
kinda-
this year. God damn it.
Yeah, I kind of like how it was like, for the most part, until like the fucking floods. I like how it was like a solid detective piece.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
they don't do a lot of detective shit with Batman, like
Right.
in these new movies. And
Right.
I like how it was just basically a big ass detective
Right.
movie until the end again.
Right. Until it became a
Yeah.
superhero movie.
I like how like one review of it that I saw said people keep forgetting that like the first moniker of Batman was the world's greatest detective.
Detective,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I love when people write Batman that like brings that back.
Yeah.
Also, I know it has nothing to do with the Batman,
Yeah.
but 2022 RIP to the real one. The realest Batman.
Yeah. Oh,
R.I.P.
fucking that ruined my day. Fucking.
What is it called? What's the I know I don't keep up with DC Comics a lot often, but there's like something that
fair.
happened like recently with like apparently like the anti-life equation goes rampant and like
Oh,
goes through all the technology.
that's Deceased. That's Marvel
Deceased?
Zombies,
That
but
is
it's DC.
deceased.
Yes,
Okay.
Deceased, yes.
yes.
And I kind of
Do you get it? Do
and
you get
like
it? It's like Deceased, but it's like DC.
and I kind of like how even Lex Luthor is like, I'm the smartest man in the world. Wait, hold on. Is Batman alive? And they're like, no, he passed away. He's like, I'm the smartest man in the world. And it's like not for nothing. You know, like Batman's smart in a number of fields, but just because he's literally the world's greatest detective, it made him smarter than Lex Luthor. Like people kind of forget that shit.
Yeah.
Deceased Volume 1, really good. Deceased
Like
Unkillables
like
is goat shit.
even Lex Luthor had to fucking admit that. That's like trying to get Doctor Doom to admit that fucking Reed Richards is the smartest man in the world. Like,
He will not, because Richards is a
And he
fraud,
will
as
not.
Charles said.
and he will not.
And that's why Doctor Doom's a better villain. Next song. What next
Yeah,
song?
no, Doctor Doom is actually fucking goat. Number 2, to agree with Chef, Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
Nothing made me more happy about that movie when the church was like, "Yo, I just saw Mother." That movie just come out on Mother's Day. I was like, "Yes, Trevor, it came out on Mother's Day."
To be
Just-
fair,
yeah.
I was also very blitzed when
Yeah, you were.
watching it because I watched
I
it
know.
literally the night of. And I was
I
like,
know, but like that just like dawning on you is just like, yes, Trevor, that's Sam Raimi's game all along.
My favorite was, you know, generally when a movie comes out, me and Trevor will usually get the jump on it, like
Right.
Alamo day one. Christy will
I was
get
about
it
to say,
usually day
you'll
one
both
or
of you hit
two.
up the Alamo
Yeah.
real quickly, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Between Chef and Ray are usually like the two like who will maybe wait like a day or two to see it, unless it's like, you know.
I can't even wait
Yeah.
a day or two. Like I can't get anyone really to go to a movie theater with me. So I
know that
like,
feeling.
I'll usually just wait to
Yeah.
go to a streaming service.
Yeah. Honestly, this is probably a much longer question that I don't want to take up too much time with,
Okay.
but in general, if the Alamo is really safe about like COVID stuff, I don't know, I might just join you the next time.
Hell yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the Alamo. The good thing is you can pick the seats and you can see what seats are occupied. So you could probably pick seats if it's like not like a horribly popular movie. You could probably pick seats away from people.
Yeah.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, you can always pick a day on like a Tuesday where it's, you know it's gonna be empty. and
Okay,
just do
not
it
to
that
get
way.
not to get too much on our topic. Actually, AMC is pretty good about that kind of stuff thing now, post pandemic, because I know I have
Ah.
a list, and they do the same thing where you can book your seats online and see where people are sitting and so on and so forth. Anyway, going back to
Gotcha.
Anyway,
who's
last
the we're on? Oh, right,
oh, well,
okay, cool.
it's the last one. It's the number
Okay,
one.
cool.
Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
I need to ask you a very important question about Love and Thunder.
Yes.
Screaming Goats, very good
Oh.
or the best?
Amazing. Like
Personal culture as
like,
well.
yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
quite honestly, the best cameo ever. Like who the fuck needs like Wolverine and Deadpool?
No.
I would rather Hugh Jackman get replaced with 2 large screaming goats for Deadpool.
Deadpool 3 would be incredible.
Deadpool 3, but instead of Ryan Reynolds, it's just 2 goats and 2 screaming goats in the Deadpool costume.
That's also pretty good, actually.
It did kind of bum me out with the ending a little bit.
Yeah.
'Cause, I
Yeah.
personally, like, when in the comics, I was a very big fan of Lady Thor,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of like, I kind of laughed when I was reading the comics. I was reading X Lives, X Deaths of Wolverine.
Yeah.
And like Jane Foster was there, and I'm like, what the fuck? You're still doing this shit? Why?
She's a doctor.
Go-
She's a
I know,
Thor.
I know.
Doctor
I know, just like go punch some things. It's more fun.
Thor.
But yeah, that's my movie list. Like I said before, I need somebody to get me access to watch Wakanda Forever. Dragon Ball, is the Dragon Ball movie on a streaming service now, or
No.
Not yet.
You just find the cat site. It's on the cat site.
Crunchy is pretty they're pretty bad about bringing things over in a timely manner.
Well,
Also, I completely forgot the second half of the story because we knew that Chef and Ray were probably not going to see it for a little while. Me, Christy, and Trevor want to talk about it, but not obviously spoil our good buddies about it. So we made a 3-person Discord group, which I immediately named Pizza Papa's Palace. Pizza
Wait,
Papa's Party Palace.
Wait, what's this Discord for?
It was a group chat. It was like the three of us. Just let's talk about Doctor Strange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So we didn't
yeah.
spoil you and Chef on when it came out, and then
Right,
I
we
just
can't-
looked at it and I'm like, it's like chat between Anna Christie and okay, it's okay. Can I rename this to Pizza Papa's Party Palace?
I'm trying
Oh
to
god.
find that chat because it's been a minute.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Now I could really go
I-
for pizza ball
I need to
right
learn the
about now.
mystic arts just so I could just like make someone punch themselves for like 2 weeks.
It's
Like-
buck wild that movie just ended up like the final act of it was just like fuck it, I'm going for I'm making Evil Dead.
I forgot. So I just found this.
Hold on,
Just comments. Multiverse maidenless. Doctor Strange has no bitches in every universe. The picture of Wanda. You took everything from me. Thanos. Oopsie poopsie. Imagine me killing people in separate universes over some kids I made in The Sims. That's Wanda.
God.
Name one character who suffered more than Wanda Maximoff. Danger Aaron, exactly 0 times in that movie. Did Wanda get hit in the ding dong? And Danger Aaron 4 times.
Oh,
Side note, I definitely told Tom this, but I don't know if I told you this, Christy. But
Yeah.
Danger Aaron is actually making his pro wrestling debut in a death match of all things.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
of course
Danger
he is.
Is he wrestling himself?
No, he's wrestling an indie. He's wrestling an indie dude, but an indie dude who is like known for really gory death matches. So I don't know how Danger Aaron's still gonna be a human being
It's
after
not
that.
fucking what's his face, MDK, right?
No, it's not. It's not. It's
Oh.
not him. No.
Oh, thank God. Danger Aaron being Chuckles Danger. Okay. Trevor, you want to go or Tom? You want to go? Who wants to go next for the movies?
I'll go for this one, and I'm surprised I'm surprised Christy hasn't put this one. Number 5. It's a toss up between Chippendale Rescue Rangers and Dragon Ball.
Okay, can I be real?
What's up?
Ugly Sonic aside, I really didn't like Rescue Rangers.
Really?
I was not a fan. I was really excited for that movie, and I was kind of bored by it. Not gonna lie. Yeah.
Interesting.
I feel like I'm in the minority in that group, but like I was just like, oh, that's it.
It's because nothing could be Popstar.
Yeah. That's probably
Yeah.
that's
Well, that and like
probably
Ugly Sonic was the funniest fucking thing in the world. It's like, oh, here's Tim Robbins' Ugly Sonic. I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
Fuck!
actually.
How did I not?
Yeah.
How did I not put fucking? I think you should leave.
That was last year.
In
That was last year.
that was
Yeah.
2021.
Yes,
Even the new season.
I think so.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
But that's why I said it's a toss up because
yeah. 2021
Everyone's-
was last season.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
MB.
But everyone's mentioned Dragon Ball. Fucking when I saw it with Tom at the Alamo Day 1, the whole like screen, everyone just like fucking popping off. I'm like,
We
I
got the
fucking
fucking
love
Side
this
Talk
so much.
NYC crew in the back when shit happened. I have never heard the N word used so many times.
So wait,
my
but you said
God.
you saw Dragon Ball Z superhero on the other just now, right?
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah.
We saw it at the Alamo.
Ah, that would do it. Yeah, you need to go.
We
to an
saw
AMC.
it with a packed Yonker, a full Yonkers theater
yeah.
ready to go,
I have to.
which was the
God.
best. That was the way to see that movie.
Seeing Piccolo Orange pop
Yeah.
up, I was like, there's my nigga Piccolo. and then Gohan actually getting some
Yeah.
play. Because we
Mhm.
haven't seen this man fight since
Mhm.
fucking Cell Saga. And seeing him in like full crazy mode, I'm like,
I
thank
I
you.
mean,
Thank you.
don't give me too many spoilers, but I do know that they get forms. I already
Yeah.
know that.
No,
That's
they
not
showed
spoiler for
showed
me.
it on
but-
like Funimation
Yeah.
showed it.
Oh, also
on,
to answer your
Yeah.
question, Ray,
But,
Dragon Ball
it
Superhero
was-
drops on Blu-ray the 7th, so this week.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
nice.
Yeah.
oh shit.
Oh, all right.
Convenient.
Yeah, so they
But,
have the new forms on the steel case. It'll Google
I
that steel
was
case.
I was like, I've watched all of Dragon Ball Super that was, and I was so talked into that Gohan was gonna go ahead and like fucking pop off on the fucking Universal tournament. And
You fell victim to one of the classic blunders.
yeah, that's
Yep.
yep.
Same. Same. Same.
I'm just really annoyed and upset by this. I mean, at least Future
Yeah.
Trunks had some good shit though, but
It was very nice coming to the realization that it was not a that it was a lot of the spotlight was on the normal side characters in a Dragon Ball
Yes.
movie.
Right.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
it was really not a Dragon Ball Z movie. That was a Dragon Ball movie.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
And-
I don't get me
Mm.
wrong, I'm a big ass Vegeta fan, but like I kind of need some.
Right.
I need Goku and Vegeta to just like
Yeah.
maybe
They got-
fuck
they-
off
from the
for a
got-
side.
year.
and
Yeah,
just
they
fuck
got
off.
they got their cool moment. But
Right.
it was that's a Piccolo and Gohan story first and
Yeah,
foremost.
it definitely
and-
felt like
Mm.
it felt like it was a fucking like contract obligation comedy. I was like, don't worry, guys, Vegeta and Goku are gonna show up, but like, don't worry, guys, other people. It's
Don't worry,
like 5
there's a
minutes.
comment,
Yeah.
don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, don't worry, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like number
Krillin gonna
5.
do something?
Number
Nope.
Krillin's 3 fans upset by this movie. Anyway.
Like,
Oh, right, when you said
he gets done dirty though. Like
when
No, no.
you're gonna when I don't
I don't know if it happens in the movie.
We
I'm
can't-
just
we
saying,
can't
just
say
like-
it.
Let's
When-
let's
yeah.
let's
Yeah.
talk about that
I'm,
later.
I'm
That-
talking about like in the series.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
talking
Well,
about.
well, about
yeah,
that,
yeah.
about that.
but
anyway, yeah.
but Ray, there will be a moment you're gonna see it, and I like guarantee you, you're gonna the same thing me and Trevor said. You're gonna I'm waiting for that like 2 a.m. message of Krillin, and I'm just okay.
Ugh.
I'm not saying any more about it.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
all
just-
those Yamcha fans.
What?
Anyway.
Anyway, so number four. So this is also another toss-up.
Okay.
Between Prey, Sonic 2, again, pop-off moment for Sonic 2 when surprise they showed
yeah.
Supersonic.
Wait, what?
Everyone in the Alamo popping
Again,
off, including
I have
myself.
never heard the N-word used so many times.
Oh, so Shadow's in it.
A whole lot of AOs, a whole lot of. No, actually, when Shadow showed up, I think I heard it even more. We hear the N word a lot at the Alamo.
It's weird to hear people excited for Shadow the Hedgehog, but go on.
No,
Yeah.
no. I refuse to believe that's a thing. Like,
I'm on Twitter. It's
oh.
a thing.
no,
Yeah,
I own this piece
Yeah.
of shit. I refuse to trade it in. This is my learning case. This is what I just learned, that nothing from this franchise will be 100 anymore. This is it.
That
I
game
look
goes
at this. It's like looking at a No Man's Sky. No, that's the reminder box. You look at this and be like, don't have any hopes for this Sonic game coming out,
That game
except
goes for a
Sonic
lot of-
Mania.
That game goes for a lot of
Yeah.
money, which is the saddest thing.
What
about
the?
it.
How much money does this piece of shit go
I've seen
for?
it go for like up to like 90.
This is why the Sonic fan base should never be trusted
Well,
with anything.
right now it looks like your learning box is going to become a live and learning box when you live and learn and get $90.
Nice.
Nice. That was really good.
Nailed it!
Anyways, well, Prey, what can we say? I mean, we've had Chef mention it, Chrissy mentioned it, fucking baller as hell. Cinematography, amazing as hell. The fact that they had them like do a Kamachi dub for the movie,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Number 3,
Okay.
put the Batman. The Batman.
The Batman.
Batman.
Yeah. That
Um,
was surprisingly, like, I was really not having any hopes for it, but I was surprised at how good that
Oops.
yeah,
Yeah.
like 2 hours and 49 minutes aside.
Yeah,
very.
little short.
I really kind of feel like we didn't need that flood scene, like, at all.
Yeah,
No.
we
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
didn't need
Not
that.
needed.
A little more
But
Zoe
yeah, the
Kravitz
fact
ass.
that you have like Batman, like he's learning how to become like the greatest detective. He's
Right.
actually getting help from like Alfred.
Yeah.
Amazing. Batman. Oh man. What else can I say? Yeah,
Uh,
solid movie. Number 2, Everything Everywhere All at
God, I gotta
Once.
see
Yep,
that.
I
yep.
still need to see that.
Top
Yes.
top
I-
three favorite. Top
Yeah.
three favorites for me of all time.
Top number.
Yeah.
It's actually weird that I didn't put this at number 1, mainly because so this is weird.
Okay.
Number 1, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I really was gonna be like, because of the bullshit that Letitia Wright has said
Oh yeah.
about
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
Yeah.
anti-vaxxer, anti-masker, and everything like that. I was like looking into this movie and like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna like it. And also the fact that, like, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Like, it's not gonna
Yeah.
feel the same way. I don't know. I ain't gonna feel the same way that I felt with like the first Black Panther movie. I was wrong. I was fucking wrong. This fucking movie made me cry near the fucking end. Shit. The rest of y'all, I don't know if y'all haven't seen it yet. Ray,
I have not seen
get
it yet,
on it.
no.
Well, like I said, yeah, I know. I want to. Is it even still in theaters? And can
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
even-
It's
Yeah,
still
it's-
it's still a number
alright,
movie in America.
no,
Yeah.
Num-
I think it's
number one of y'all needs to get to Brooklyn then.
All right, bet.
yeah.
I'll see what I
Wakanda
can
Forever
do.
is the number 1 movie in America for the 4th week in a row, so it's doing pretty good.
Good.
Actually, and it's actually one of the like phase 4 MCU stuff that
Movies.
came out that's actually
Actually decent. That's what
Time.
I've all heard as well.
between like that Multiverse of Madness, maybe Love and Thunder, and like honorable mention for that, I don't even know if you can count this as a movie, Werewolf by Night.
Yo,
Ooh,
it
Werewolf
slapped.
by
yeah.
Night.
Man, that was like a special, so that's a weird like that was a good
Yeah,
that
it's
and
a- it's
that and Guardians
a
was
weird
real
one.
fucking good.
Yeah, Guardians was Guardians was so good.
I still have not. I
But the
still have
fact
to
that
see
the
the
MCU
fucking Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. God damn it.
Ray, have you seen Guardians yet?
I have not seen the holiday.
It's on
special
Disney
just yet.
Plus.
I know it's on
Uh,
Disney Plus.
There is
I know
a
it's
there
on
is a
Disney
moment I can't wait to see you react
know-
because it is very much just
Yeah.
We can
you know-
we absolutely
you know-
cannot spoil it, but I am
Yeah.
so fucking
know-
excited.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
it is? I'm going to see family in Portland. That's the
Yeah.
reason why I can only be around for like a day or two of fucking
Right.
Jingle Hells.
Yeah.
But like I want to wait till I get there and watch it with them. So
Okay, that's
I'm
that's
like,
fair. That's fair.
That's fine. That's fine.
Nice,
It's very
nice,
it's
nice.
That's actually
it's
cute.
40
That's
yeah, it's 45
Yeah.
minutes long. It's very good. You're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Probably knock that out this weekend, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super fun.
By the way, before we transition to music, and since we've been talking a lot
Well,
about Sonic-
Tom still has to
Tom.
go do his list.
Oh yeah, that's right, Tom. Go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let me touch on the ones that people have already talked about. Everything Everywhere all at Once, my number 1 film. It's in my
Sick.
top 3. It is next to Blade Runner as like probably my favorite movie of all time. Everything about it fucking hits so good. Dragon
Okay.
Ball was the most fun I had in theaters by far. Let me hit y'all with a lot of Doctor Strange. Ended up probably my favorite. I still have yet to see Wakanda Forever, which is the
Right.
only reason why that's not in there. But Ryan Coogler is like one of my favorite directors, so I am sure I'm absolutely going to fucking love it. Creed for life, love Creed.
Yeah. Creed.
I'm gonna hit
Man,
y'all.
Real
With,
good.
yeah, okay. So I'm gonna hit y'all with a couple of films that I'm probably gonna be the only one who's seen a lot of these. With one exception, Nope. Nope is like my number
Yeah.
5.
Nope, good.
Weirdly enough, I still haven't seen it yet, and
What?
it's like, yeah,
Damn.
I've been meaning to try to watch it. But I've been like, hit with,
I
like,
actually think you're gonna be okay waiting for. I think that's the kind of movie that a lot of
It's
people.
on Paramount, not Paramount Plus, Peacock.
Oh, cool.
yeah.
Okay.
A lot
Shit,
of
I gotta pay
people,
for that,
a
man.
lot of people were kind of like negative about it when it came out, and I think that once it hits streaming, and a lot more people, I think it's gonna be the kind of movie that a lot more people appreciate. The more they get to see it, because I really liked it, and I actually remember when me and Christy both saw it opening day, and
Yeah.
we had like a back and forth on that, where Christy was like, I enjoyed it, but I don't really love it, and I kind of made a couple of points
Yeah,
that like
it's-
turn them
Once
around
you
on it.
once you figure out what he's doing, it makes a lot more sense, and I liked it a whole more.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of my favorite stuff this year, and ironically enough, not ironically enough, no one surprised is horror. This was a baller,
Checks, yeah.
baller
it
fucking
was.
year for horror movies. Let's start off with the scariest movie right off the bat. Came out in April. April Fool's Day. Morbius, scariest movie of all time. Haha. Memes are done.
Waiting for when y'all to mention it.
Oh,
man,
I forgot that movie came out this year.
A lot of people forgot.
I love when he shouted, "I'm gonna morb."
I
It's
love when a
Morbin
fucking
time.
meme made Sony lose more money when they re-put it out in theaters, only for it to bomb again.
I can't believe they couldn't tell that we weren't serious.
That was so fucking that
It's
was
Morbin time.
it was Snakes on a Plane came back from the dead for 1 month, and it was called
Oh my
Morbius.
god, I feel old now, Tom. God damn it.
Yeah.
That's not fair because fucking people want to go see Snakes the Plane.
Yeah,
Listen.
people actually went. Yeah,
I listen. I'm
Oh,
fucking.
God.
I'm feeling a kind of ways because I realize as I'm
hold on. Oh, keep going. Sorry.
as I'm watching seeing Midtown live in Jersey last Saturday, I'm like looking at the lead singer, and I'm like, oh yeah, this guy was in Cobra Starship. Oh yeah,
Oh.
they did the song from Snakes on a Plane, and all of a sudden I just started thinking about Snakes on a Plane while I'm in the middle of a mosh pit. So a couple of other really solid horror. Probably my number 2 movie was Incantation.
Can
it
I mention
was-
something really quick about Jared Leto with that?
No,
fucking Morbius?
we
It's
really
really
are. We're at 10:30.
Oh, we are. All right.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So Incantation, 2022 found footage horror film, came out on Netflix in March,
Right.
and it might tie Noroi for my favorite found footage horror film of all time. It's on Netflix. It is absolutely worth your. It's a little long. It is absolutely worth your time. I think it is the scariest movie that has come out this year. Shudder had Mad God, which technically was finished in 2021 but came out in 2022 here. It is a stop motion horror film made by the legendary Phil Tippett, who was responsible for like all the stop motion stuff in Star Wars, stop motion stuff in Indiana Jones. Basically a fucking legend of stop motion. He did this unbelievably well. Like the effects in this thing are like astounding. If you didn't know stop motion, you still wouldn't believe how good all of it looks. It's on Shudder right now. Absolutely worth your time. Absolutely worth your watch. Honorable mentions that I'm gonna give are VHS 99, also on Shudder. I love my anthology films, and VHS 99 made a really solid Halloween watch, as did Barbarian.
Yeah.
And a kind of a little underrated one. It's on HBO Max, Kimmy, which is a Steven Soderbergh directed movie with Zoe Kravitz about a girl with fear of outdoors,
Right.
witnessing a murder and basically dealing with trying to get information out and get catch the criminal. It's really good, really solid, worth your time and money. Even your money. It's on HBO Max. Watch it.
Actually, before we get into music, because this is actually going to go into music. Another honorable mention. I don't know if none of y'all have ever heard this. You know Kid Cudi, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know he came out with a movie called Intergalactic.
No.
Promote his new album. Fucking solid movie. Please watch it. If you're a fan of his music, if you're a fan of animation like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, because they had some animators that worked on it and also worked on I Lost My Body. Fucking amazing way that they animated this whole movie.
Joe was
Definitely
asking
check
if
it
that's
out.
a 30-minute Amazon thing.
What happened?
He's asking if that's a 30-minute Amazon thing.
No, this is on Netflix.
Okay.
Oh,
But,
Intergalactic.
Yeah.
I shared a video from a MagFest in our private chat that
I
it was
remember
we were
that.
talking about
I remember
Sonic,
this video.
and we were
Yeah.
going into music. That it would have been a good segue, but if we're low on time, don't bother sharing.
Yeah,
Um,
we got.
There's also one real quick one that I want to mention. It is a bummer of a movie, but my god, if you can stand the movie called Vortex. It is made by Gaspar Noé, who is a very controversial French filmmaker. He directed films like Irreversible. Very hard movies to watch, but also like very cinematically just like extravagant. He made a film called Vortex, which is people dealing with dementia and basically the last couple of weeks of to an elderly couple's life. It is really hard to watch and it is a bummer, but it might be the most cinematically beautiful movie I've seen all year long. But it's a bummer and it's very French and a bummer and a bummer. But it's really good. It is the movie that impacted me the most.
French movie being sad, you don't say.
Yep.
Wee wee.
No, Little Week is back. 1 second. Okay.
So who's kicking off music? Are we doing?
All right, so here's my 1 second. Here's my idea. We're gonna do this round robin style. I just have to make sure I can make a playlist. 1 second. And you'll have yours written down just in case I can't do this on the fly tonight. I can make it during the week.
Yep, I have all my stuff written down.
I am picking mine on.
Right.
I am doing mine on the fly.
So here is I noticed I had this idea a few weeks ago. If it would be fun to do, our NYSX 2022 mixtape. Our top favorite songs that came out this past year. The rule is no doubles had to come out this year, etc., etc. Since I've gone first, we'll let Chef kick us one off, and I'll go. We'll do Chef, Tom, Ray, Trevor, B.
All right. There is one weird addition in this in my list. It's because this technically came out with the launch of Kamen Rider Saber in 2021, but the series did not finish until 2022, like early 2022. So I'm counting this one because it's a bop and a half. It is the Kamen Rider Saber opening song, Almighty, by the Tokyo Ska Paradise Orchestra.
All right, so 1 second, sorry. So I just want to go there. So one Chef.
If anything, you can also like just post.
I just gotta go AFK for a moment. I'll be right back.
Each song like one by one in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I mean, I'm just gonna like make a note so I can make this later. Okay. So Chef, Kamen Rider. Okay. Go on. Yeah.
Yep, and the rest are Hololive original songs because oh my god, there's been so much great Hololive music this year.
But it's just your first one, and then Tom goes, and then
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Get me last because
All right.
How
about I just list the rest of my top 5 and then we move on from there?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be hard to do round robin style.
All right.
Yeah. Literally the rest the remaining 4 songs on my list are all Hololive originals. Number 1 from Corone's birthday stream. It's her new original song, Doggy God Street. It's a bop and a half, and we get Rap Doggo again. The next one is Overlord by Takane Lui. It is her first original song, and oh my god, her voice in this song is so beautiful. Holy shit, it's great. And the MV for Overlord also gives me like really, really big video game vibes. Another absolute banger and a really cute MV as well is King World by Shirakami Fubuki. It is a bop and a half, and it is like super energetic and super kawaii, which is all about Fubuki's vibe. And I had to scroll through so much of Callie's discography this year because she has just been dropping banger after banger this year. But the one I actually managed to settle on is her collab song. It is Capsule by Mori Calliope and Hoshimachi Suisei. It is such a good banger. Holy god, that song fucking rules.
Tom, do you need more time or?
Yeah, give me one more.
All right, sure. Do you want to do your 5 then?
All right, so anime aside, so number 5, I got Tonight by Snake Hips featuring Tachami. Great tech house song. I've been banging with that for a minute this year. I'm just gonna post it in chat just to make it easier for you, Christy. Number 4, I'm gonna put in Bad Bunny Party. Put that in for number 4. Bitches love Bad Bunny. I love Bad Bunny. So we'll go with that. Number 4. Number 3, Ray Folk, Laser Beams. I saw this first drop when I was in Ultra Miami for this year. And hearing that song drop and hearing like every other DJ and producer play it because it came out was fucking wild as shit. I literally punched a bunch of motherfuckers in a fucking mosh pit because of it. So I'm putting that as number 3. Ray Folk, Razor Beams,
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
bop.
I'm gonna also drop my songs into chat once you're done, Trevor.
If anything, just drop
Um,
this in Discord and I'll cover it because I don't want to have like too many things at once. This is gonna be a pain in the
all
butt.
right,
Okay.
all
All right.
right.
So that's 3.
Number 2. This is actually a rework song from Bob Sinclair. It's World Hold On. This is a Fisher rework. One of my favorite tech house DJs, producers. Amazing work. Number 1. I'm a Drake simp, I guess.
Oh no.
Massive by Drake. Again, the fact that he like Drake has been like jumping from like different genre to genre for like the past like some odd years, and like the fact that he's jumping into house music, was not expecting that from him, was not expecting that from Beyonce, but fucking love it. But yeah, Drake massive, number 1 for me.
Can you drop the number 2 song in your in chat right now? Because I don't have that.
Yeah.
Or is it not? Am I not seeing it? Because
Oh, I didn't.
oh,
Oh,
there you go. Okay, yeah.
yeah, I
Cool,
didn't
cool.
post
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then Drake massive.
Yeah,
Pretty
Drake
much a
Massive.
lot of
That one
people
I
know
got
that.
down because that was like, oh, I don't spell that one. I know Drake. I'm hit with
Yeah.
it. Drake Massive. Cool. All right. Drake. There's a K in Drake. Holy shit.
Just gonna throw mine down
Yeah.
because I forgot to put them in chat as well.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. Then I'll try to compile. Do you know if this? Yeah. I guess I'll try to get to what's on Apple this week. If there's not, I'll let you all know. I'm not sure what copyright laws
Yeah,
are like.
somebody with a Spotify account can make the Spotify version.
Yeah, can you make can you make playlists on Spotify without like paid
Technically,
accounts
you
or
can.
no?
Technically, you can,
Yeah.
but like, I will not listen to a music service where I have to do ads. That's why I will not listen to Pandora.
Oh,
Oh
I've also
wait, I
listened,
can invite collaborators
yeah,
to.
I have also used Pandora since like 2000 and
Well,
ooh,
we use it at our office because it's like, hey, what's a hot band? So we just put in a band and we let things that play like that are around the same band because we don't want to listen to like a whole same album throughout
right.
the entire office.
Okay,
So it's
so
good for that.
all right, chef,
And we have it,
I got you.
and
I got you
because
saved.
we're a music company, we have a paid
Right.
Pandora account, so we don't have to worry
Okay.
about that.
I got you, chef. I got Trevor. All right, who wants to go next? Tom, Ray?
I got mine right here.
Okay.
Also, I linked you a playlist in the group chat that has these 5 tracks. It is, of course, Kickback from Chainsaw Man. That is probably the song I've been playing the most, as well as Chainsaw Blood from the first like ending of it, which is I think the most underrated bop on that. Next is This Time It's Personal from the new Rise Against EP, which
Ooh.
Rise Against has not done any new anything in so long. And then I found out about this album literally last night, and I listened to it on the entire drive home from Jersey, and fuck me, it is so good.
You were the last Rise Against song I recall coming out prior to this one.
Probably 2008.
No, they did a single for a Batman comic.
Oh, I didn't even know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's based on death metal. It's very good actually. Okay.
And then I have, in terms of tonal whiplash, I have a track that, like, I don't even know how the fuck I found this, but I've been really loving it. It's called Stay Starting Over by Palmy Chiller. A little bit like vaporwave-ish. It's like anime pop. It's solid. I think I played it for one going live for Snark Stream one time. And then I wanted to put something from the new Meshuggah album because they are solid as fuck death metal.
Okay.
Broken Cog. I went with Broken Cog for that.
Okay. And this I have saved. I have thanks, so I could just drop tracks or give someone a playlist order when they have the chance. Cool. All right, so that puts us down. Yes. Okay. 23. Wait, what the fuck? I'll figure that later. All right. Ray, what's your top 5?
Okay, I have to ask yet another question.
Yeah.
Would you allow a song that technically was released to the public in December 3rd of 2021.
As long as just one, sure.
It's just one. That's the
Yeah.
only one that's the only one that's at the tail end of it.
Okay.
And that would be from the Final Fantasy 14 OSC for Endwalker, and that would be Close in the Distance.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna second that. I forgot
Okay.
that you put any Final Fantasy 14 music on mine. Damn. I'm dumb.
And
Okay.
that song, so like the thing is, when Tom was talking earlier about the expansion, how like it let everything end on a real high note, that is the final, that's like one of the final songs you do it, and that just ties everything together. I was planning on singing that at MagFest because there was going to be a Final Fantasy 14 karaoke event, and then it got canceled last minute. That
Aw.
song, very few songs make me cry. That song actually made me cry, especially
Yeah.
especially during the finale of Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker.
I was sobbing. I
So
was sobbing like a bitch.
yeah, yeah. So
I,
yeah,
uh,
I have emotions. It's amazing.
I know the person who was supposed to. I know why she backed out. But I believe that she's running a Final Fantasy 14 ranking every song panel this year at MagFest.
Oh, we're there.
I'll
Yeah,
definitely
I think
go.
it's Saturday. I want to say Saturday.
Yeah.
It's a prime time panel. It's either Friday or Saturday. That's all I know. Okay, so that's your number one.
Yeah, that well, I mean, that's not my number one.
Oh no,
It's
your first submission.
actually, I'm sorry. I forgot. I meant to flip that around depending on when that was going to go on. That's going to technically my number 4. Let me do my number 5.
Yep.
My number 5 is Compliance by Muse.
Okay.
And I mean, I really don't have to say anything really about Muse too much. Everyone like practically everybody knows who Muse is.
Right.
I'm still gonna be that guy that, likes albums from like the like mid 2000s from Muse and whatnot. Well, actually, no, 2010, I think this album came out, but this album, the one I'm talking about, is a 2022 release. And I think it's like the closest I'm gonna get to old school Muse. That's really my pick for that. Yeah. 3 and 2 are Gorilla songs.
Okay. Surprised to no one.
No shock there.
Because both of these songs are fucking baller. With number 3 being Cracker Island.
Right.
Don't have any. I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen the music video of it yet. The music video was fucking solid.
Mhm.
And I also saw the Gorillas live.
Mhm.
And the funny thing about like the Gorillas, by the way, they do like a lot of cameo shit. They got like a lot of people to show up there. Like a fuck ton. They didn't. Oh man. Yeah, exactly. Even Zerum says the song is fire. But like Cracker Island was the first one that came out on the new album that's going to be releasing next year. But the one that tops out at number 2 is definitely New Gold.
Okay.
New Gold. Like if you have not listened to these songs, go listen to them. If you even, I'm sure people remember the Gorillas, but yeah, go listen to these songs. I don't think anyone really has listened to this song unless they followed my social media. But number 1 is a song that I would usually play like maybe like if I wake up and I'm trying to motivate myself to like get out there and like work and whatnot, or like during important things like interviews or anything like that. And I will say that like every other stream I play this song before I go live, and that will be a song by Dance Galvin Dance called For the Years.
Yes.
And if you listen to the first, like literally like the first 30 seconds of the song, you can understand why I I basically will listen to that song before I do practically anything that requires like effort or like a stronger sense of will.
Okay. All right. So
I'll pop the list in chat in a moment.
yeah. Okay. So I'm like I said, I'll do my top 5 now. I kept it all this year. All American artists. Number 1, because I'm me. My Chemical Romance released their first single in 13 years.
Oh, that checks, yeah.
There was no way I was not going to put us on this mixtape. It is Foundations of Decay. It is a 7 minute song. It's the new Black Parade for like style comparisons. It's not my favorite MCR song, but it's the MCR song it did come out in 2022.
Nice.
I guess I'm not doing this like order priorities, but whatever. Number 2, I fucked around with a lot of I'm fucking around with a lot of new genders, so I'm fucking around with a lot of music this year. Everyone on fucking Twitter was screaming about the new Taylor Swift album back in like a month or two ago, and you know, I have Apple Music, so I could pay for that. I could listen to anything if I want to. The new Tails album pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie. So I'm going with Vigilante shit, which is just a fun little
Yeah,
song. Yeah, it's a fun
yeah,
little
check
bop.
that out.
Like
Yeah.
it's nothing deep, but like I really enjoyed it. It reminds me of like a lot like that first album Billie Eilish kind of vibe, but
Yeah, okay, I can hear that.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's fucking really fun. Number 4, speaking of bops that, of course, I have up there is "Emo Girl" by Machine Gun Kelly and Willow. I do not give a shit about
Whoa.
Machine Gun Kelly because I knew that man for getting body slammed through a table by Kevin Owens several WrestleManias ago.
Yeah.
But
And
it's a
owned by Eminem, apparently.
yeah. But fucking yeah, it's a fun little like Travis Barker's on drums. It's a fun little like pop punk throwback, and it's Will Smith's daughter. So it's just fun. It's a fun little song, super catchy, singing about making out girls with Blink 182 tees, which I got. Number 4, so I really like this artist, but all her shit for the most part came out last year previously. It's Ash Nico. She did a song called Drunk Girlfriends, which is really fun. She didn't have anything new this year except for this past League Worlds Finals. She did a collab called Fire Again with Valorant, and it is a fun little bop.
Oh yeah, for the
Yeah,
VCT. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
love that song.
That's a
I
good
feel like
song. That's a good song.
she gets that high because again, a lot of stuff I like a lot of stuff I listened to this year, but the problem was none of it came out this year. I want to adhere to my rules. And then number 1, this one fucking hit hit close to home. New Hailstorm album dropped this year. Lizzie Hale wrote a song called "Strange Girl" about one of her fans came out as queer to her parents, and her parents took it the worst way possible. So, in honor of that, Lizzie wrote a song called "Strange Girl" about how to be a girl who's not off the beaten path. And as someone who's going through estrogen, yo, I relate to that heavily. So, like, that's my number 1.
Alright.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
I put the Blink
yeah.
182 song "I Fucked a Dog in the Ass" because
I'm surprised you didn't go with the Edge of the first new fucking Blink song in like 100 years on there. Well, it's 100 years.
wasn't hype. One, I forgot about it. Two, wasn't like as high. Again, I kind of
It's fine.
crammed.
It's fine.
The problem is I listen. The problem is like I'll be honest, it's like a weird fucking thing about me. I don't listen to all that much music. If I'm
Okay.
editing something, it's hard. Like TV, I can tune out. Music, I
Right.
listen to actively, so I can't like listen to music while doing editing. It just
Oh, you see,
I keep having to like jump. between
I'm
the two of
the
them.
opposite. I'm the opposite. I need like music or Twitch in the background when I work, and I have no problem with that. But if
Mhm.
I'm watching TV, I need to be focused on TV. I could really
Same.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately
Yeah.
for me, most of the time when I'm working on something, I'm trying to sync up audio, and
Yeah.
if I'm
Yeah.
listening to music, if I'm listening to music, I'll keep pausing it and then like
Yeah.
doing 10 minutes of edit unpause for like an so it's rough for me too. The only time I really listen to music is when I'm on a drive, when I'm heading to New York, when I'm
Oh, you
heading
see, the gym is good for me in music. That's where I do a lot of my stuff.
if I'm doing work in the gym, I'm usually listening to like the same 3 artists over and over again. So I'm listening to the Megas a lot. I'm listening to
Yeah.
Anamanaguchi a lot. I'm listening to um the Chainsaw Man soundtrack a whole lot. That's been my
Yeah.
gym, like all my gym music.
I have a playlist on my phone called Dick Girl Jams, which originally started off being like stuff like
Dedicated.
Amarante,
Love it.
Hailstorm, Gaga, like high beat stuff. But then I sort of Coheed, so I had some Cody on there. Then I had some Taylor. Kim Petras is what I wanted to add on there. She's a trans German pop star who has songs
Oh, wow.
called Slut Pot, Treat Me Like a Slut, Throat Goat, and They Wanna Fuck. She came real close, but I had to like come down to like what I actually listened to versus what I just started listening to this past year. And like Kim's like something the last 2 weeks versus like that Taylor shit has not left my playlist. My Kim never leaves my playlist, as we know, because I'm me. And like Hailstorm has the most listened to, like according to Apple stuff. Like there. But this is fun. I'll try to bang out the playlist this week for Spotify and Apple. If not, I'll reach out to you all. But I think that's the end of it, right? We hit 3 hours. I don't need to talk about PAX tonight. It's fun. It is what it is. Oh, I will tell one story about PAX. They had a bunch of people who do like D&D charity streams do one panel called "What Not to Do." What to do for for charity streams, but not really. And like we passed the pass. We didn't do any major fuck ups, but they were all based on true stories. One that made me laugh was like, whatever you do, when you go to the bathroom, don't double or triple check that your mic's muted.
Oh god.
because somebody definitely
Oh.
went to the bathroom with a lapel mic, dropped trowel, and all you hear was like, "So you're rolling a d20."
Oh
The
no.
worst was this dude was doing it for Critical Role, like their
Oh
charity.
no.
So Mercer,
Oh my God.
Sam, a bunch of them retweeted that, so he had the most views, and he had this one player just go in there and just fucking take a shit 10 minutes into the stream. And this dude was just like, I'm gonna do a suicide. I'm gonna go to my friend's house, kill him on the air, and then kill myself because five people who I love to are gonna hear me and my friend taking a shit during this charity stream.
So a
Oh
thing that's
no.
always taught me that lesson, and you
Yes.
know, I work with lapel mics, I work with lavalier mics, I handle sound in like my day-to-day job will involve like doing a meeting where I have to and a story I always tell people of the importance of knowing if your microphone is on. I tell them if you have a microphone and you see a light on it, assume it is always on. I'm like
Yeah.
you can try and mute it if you want, but always assume that if it is physically on, if you see a light on it, assume that you could be heard. Don't say anything that you would not want to accidentally go live. When I was in high school, I also ran the soundboard for our plays for the like stage shows and whatnot. So for a lot of these, when you attach a microphone, it's usually like mid costume. So
Right.
it's hard to take your microphone
Yeah.
off. So rather than telling them, hey, like we want you to turn your microphone off, because for some of these, like the girls had to usually have it like underneath layers of hoop skirts
Yeah.
and shit like that. I'm just gonna mute everyone. But if you have your microphone on, assume that you can be unmuted at any time. So please be careful of what you're saying. You know, if you're backstage getting ready and you hear someone talking shit about someone, pretend that you can be heard at any point.
Yeah.
So,
Ah.
it's dress rehearsal night for Damn Yankees,
Okay.
and I have to help them move something off stage. So I tell one of the curtain operators, I'm like, I need you to turn microphone 2 off, and I need you to turn microphone 3 on. He did the opposite. He turned the one that I told him to turn off. He turned it on. He turned the one that I told him to turn on off. So
no.
our lead, let me just put it like this. It's in the intermission, which they give us like 30 seconds to basically move all the equipment, move all the sets and whatever. And normally we would have an audience sitting there waiting. And we have the band, we have a director, we have our musical director. All of them are just like sitting there watching this. The stage crew is basically moving all the stuff in a fully set, like lights off set black stage. All of a sudden, we just start hearing the sound of rain coming in. And we're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck happened? It's not raining outside. Someone open a door? And with horror, I realized that I could hear people talking faintly.
Huh?
The lead actor decided to go into the bathroom with his microphone on
Oh no.
and start
Oh
peeing.
no.
Oh,
no.
And
Oh.
I had told him, your
Oh.
mic will be off. Don't worry, I have you covered. And when this guy accidentally turned his microphone on, we all heard the sound of him taking a tinkle
Oh,
back
no.
backstage.
no.
So I had to immediately swap them. Thankfully, no one caught on, but I definitely I knew okay. So I tell now anyone on my job whenever I'm suiting them up for a microphone and they ask me about it, I said, if you see a light on your microphone pack, assume you can be heard at any time. So if you leave the studio and you go to the bathroom, turn your microphone off.
Uh-oh.
If you leave to go
Tom,
take a
you're
phone
cutting
call,
out again.
turn your
Cutting
microphone
Cutting
off.
out again.
I know, I'm aware.
Okay.
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 Okay, should be stable
Yeah,
now.
you're good. You're good. Chief.
I told them if your microphone is on, if you see a light on it, assume that you are live, assume that you can be heard. If you're going to the bathroom, make sure that light is off. If you're taking a phone call, especially one that is sensitive, make sure that light is off. Otherwise, they may hear the sound of you peeing, and no one wants that.
I'll tell one story, or story. It's a quick one. The second best piece of advice I heard. The thing is, it's like, if you're gonna lie to your friends and say you're not gonna play D&D last minute, make sure your Steam activity is set to away, because I had a fucker
Oh.
gets on me 5 minutes before a charity stream, and then as we started, all I see is the username held is now playing Skyrim.
Ah,
Oh,
And he's just like, "You had 12 years to play that fucking game. What the fuck, man?"
Damn.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah, okay, so, this was fun. I actually this was a really cool, like, chill night just to talk about movies and shit we liked this past year.
Yeah, this
And
was
Yeah.
really,
also
this was great.
also the many horrible Sonic crimes.
we
Yeah.
actually ended earlier than I expected. I thought we would
we
be
did.
pushing
We
this
got
thing
3
past
minutes to
11.
spare, y'all.
Well, it's 3 hours and 11 minutes at a time. I think we started time wait. It was
We
weird.
we took 10
Yeah.
Oh,
minutes.
true, true,
Yeah,
true, true.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're back tomorrow night. Chef's back with his pals, the Pokemans, the Weed Cat.
We're getting
Uh,
close to the end game at this
yeah.
point. Yeah, my end game team is basically ready to go. My Gabites are now a Garchomp. It's go time.
Finally, it's Pokemon Gun hours. I'll be popping in Thursday for the Game Awards. We'll watch Jeff Keighley give away a bunch of games awards to gamers that they desperately need because marketing, I guess. I don't know. And
Yeah, it's Jeff Keighley's Watch Me Masturbate Power Hour.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
I actually, so as y'all know, we do the we're doing the schedules and stuff now, and I think I ended up going with the Prayer Circle, no David Cage.
Oh God.
But my original like idea for a stream title is gonna be Geoff Knightley's Jo Crystal Super Soaker 4000 Lightning Blast Hour.
Those words drive me insane, but I love it. And I'll be back next Sunday with some Mario Kart because that new tracks are out this week, and like Chef and I said, not a lot of blood fuse in the channel. We need to change that. Need to
A
get
murder is about to happen. Murder
Yeah,
will occur
so who should
in
go raid?
Minecraft.
Who are we gonna go raid? We got Jermaine plays. We got Ezekiel. We got Big Fat Matt. We got Beef playing that. What are
Let's
we
see
feeling?
here. Who do we got? Who do we got?
Elden Ring. So I guess Elden Ring, D&D, or God of War. What are we feeling?
Dad of boy.
Yeah, for a game that we didn't really like talk about at all because none of us played it.
No, but
Get some God of War. I don't have listen. I have a PC. I don't have a PS5, and I definitely don't have a kid. And I've never kissed Mercy on the mouth, so
I'm not,
I can't. I legally can't play God of War.
I'm future ex-wife number 3. I think that's my rank. 2 or 3. I forget when I went with her. But yeah, no, it God of War is $70. I don't have $70 for God of War right now. I will wait until that game is $3, and
I am waiting for Callisto Protocol to go on sale for like 45, and then I will play God Hand in Space.
All right, we'll see you all tomorrow, Chef, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
You and Weed Cat. All right, we'll check you all later. Love you. Transverse human rights. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.